What's up? Oh, crap. I got a lot to do today. And I actually just thought of something. I got to go take laundry outside, put it on the line. So there is that. So, as usual, I put some lighting in the basement for my mother and father back when they were both down there together. Is this the same light? Yes, it is. I put one of these 2-foots. There's a beam going down the middle, and they were complaining that, I put ceiling lights in with the 4-foots that I have laying around here somewhere. This guy's drop ceiling, and I put a bunch of these up in the ceiling, and it's a drop ceiling, and then I put the clear plastic panels over it, and they were still whining it was too bright direct to run all the time, which they're not. They're right. But there's a beam going down the center, so temporarily I took one of these 2-footers, which is actually almost as bright because it's got like the double bar of LEDs. I don't know if you can see it there. It's all bright up. There's actually 2 bars. So this is almost as bright, even at a 2-foot, as the 4-foots are. But I mounted it up to the beam. So the beam sticks down below it, and it shines out into the back side of the room and illuminates the room, but more diffused. Which my mother bitched about and bitched about and bitched about and bitched about and bitched about. And now she's bitching because it fell down. And it keeps falling down. Because I literally just set it up there as a temporary thing on a couple of hooks she had already in the beam back when she had crap hanging off the beam, because she has lots of crap. Anyway, so now for some reason, every time you walk in the dining room above it, the light falls down. So, and I hate these. I mean, they come with these clips, which actually work just fine. But I think I want to 3D print something a little more. I don't know. Should I just use these stupid clips that come with it? These, believe it or not, are more expensive than the 4-foots. Quite a bit more expensive. They're like $32 for 3 of them. 32 for 3. And the 4-foots are 46 for 6. And actually, they're cheaper now. I found a couple places you can get 8 of them for under $50 for the 4-foots. Same damn thing. And they have 2 brightnesses now. They have like a 8,000 watt brightness and a 6,500 brightness or whatever. And this, I'm sorry, if I can get 8,000, you get 6 of them for $5 less than if you spend $5 more, you get 8 of them with the less bright ones. And I'd be honest, I'd rather have the less bright ones. I think they're too freaking bright. They're brighter than the fluorescent. Yes, the Chinesium screws they give you do suck, and that's the first thing I replace. And I've actually found when you use them, if you can actually use like a sheetrock screw, and everyone's like, oh, it sticks out too far. Yes, it does. All you do is bend the clip. The clips are Chinesium too, and you can bend it out and bend them apart, and it works just fine. Which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to use this clip set. I couldn't find a clip set for it, and then I remembered I had boxes of stuff. Because the other thing that happened this weekend was, you can't see, but the old Core XY used to be out in front of the closet, and now it's in the closet. Because most, not all, there's still a bunch of her shit, but most of her crap got evicted. And I'm actually thinking about taking the doors off and actually putting the doors on that door, because that door's got warped and never got finished painting because I ran out of paint and just never bothered to buy more paint. These are all painted. So I may put these 2 doors on that closet, take those 2 doors and just put them away somewhere or use them somewhere else or something. and not have any doors on that closet. So there is that. And I love these things. What color's what? There's no instructions with these that tell you what color to use where. You know, it's not like red, black, green. It's yellow, brown, blue. Turn one into shelves. I actually think I'm gonna put like no, those doors you can't turn into shelves. They're true wood ones. They're not, and they're actual floating panel. Those are true raised panel doors. I didn't buy cheapos. So the panels are floating. The raised panel floats inside. You can't put anything on it; it'll just break. It's real thin. It's a bifold door. It's not a regular swinging door. They're only 3/4 inch thick in the first place, and then at the panel, they're barely an 1/8 inch where the panel floats. You put anything on it, would just break right apart. Because they're not cheap, they're real, so they're extra cheap. If that makes sense. They're real wood ones. They're not particle boardy, crappy ones. Yeah, no, the LEDs these things are just the technology of LED now that, we're kind of forced to use it has gotten ridiculously awesome. Mr. John Mack, how is life? So I need to go out and do laundry. I forgot about that. I was going to do that before I started streaming, and I forgot because and I'm going to pull the sheets and wash them today too. It's already 8:30. So that's life. The only thing I need to do is put the brain box on this thing finally. So much to do, no time to do it, no space to do it. I am liking having that closet though. Because the other thing I want to do is get rid of this whole contraption. Because, again, you can't really see it, but there's not a whole lot of room between my desk point here and that thing to get back to those drawers. That thing's kind of in the way, and I'd like to get it the frick out of here. So I'm thinking, or not completely gone, but make it a lot smaller. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is like half the depth of it. So I still have some of the tools I need here. Do the other part of it in that closet underneath that, which will get lifted up higher. And then have some stuff back there where that end table is now all open. I can make that end table much bigger, longer, blah, blah, blah. And put some of the stuff back there that doesn't need to be right here. Some of this I want right here, but it could be much thinner. Doesn't need to be as deep. And that way I can get my ass around this whole desk, because this desk rolls around. Because there's stuff stored down there too, in front of the TV. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I guess in some, I don't know. I guess you can actually ground through the neutral. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know. I can run wires all day long through the wire, but through the wall. I'll run wires and I'll actually wire up boxes, but when it comes to actually figuring it all out, somebody else does all that. I'll drill the holes and pull the wire and plug it in and do all that. But when it comes down to what's got to go where and why, I hire somebody to do that. I don't get it all. I mean, I get most of it and I understand it enough, but even when I run my wires, like I did my garage and I mapped it all out myself and it's pretty poorly mapped out, I still have an electrician come in and go, no, no, yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no. And I'm actually, again, running it. I'm pretty good at, getting it all run and how to figure out. Like, this house is so screwy. Like, This wall and this wall are on its own circuit. But then this wall and that whole bedroom over there are on another circuit. And I get why they did it, but it makes no sense. As far as I'm concerned, every room should be on its own circuit, period. And then all the lights are on a separate circuit. And that way you don't lose your lights if you bub up a outlet. What's up, Jimmy? You want in, dude? Which would be perfect because you can keep them entertained while I go do more laundry. I forgot I had to do laundry. I should have put this off a half hour, but whatever. No, it's not laziness. It's just the way they did it back in the 70s. This was built in 1970. Yeah, mine has outlets and lights on 2 rooms and 115 amp breaker. Well, I've got some of those because not only did they run out of a box originally, which is stupid because I put a new box in that had a 150 or whatever original outlet box. And I just put a 200 in 5-10 years ago when it rotted out because it wasn't sealed correctly and the rainwater was coming down and rotted out the bottom of it. Anyway, I put a bigger one in when I had it switched. It's like for the extra $100 or whatever, just put the bigger one in. But even then, they didn't rewire it right, and we've got the split freaking switches, and I hate those. I put a 200 amp service out in the garage too. Now, most of the electricians I use, I use some pretty good electricians. The problem is that most of my electricians are now retired. I keep calling my bestest electrician he's ridiculously expensive, but he's one of the best. He's one of those guys when we do a new house, he used to string a line while he's pulling the wire on the wall. So when you saw it, it wasn't like all twisty, and he'd straighten it all out so you could read, because by code now you have to be able to read the rating of the wire, and like white is 14 gauge, so many amps, and yellow is 12 gauge, so many amps, and orange and brown or Alumacore and whatever. I don't know the exact specs, but he would flatten it all out so you could see it, and it would be a perfect. I mean, you walk in there, it would be a dead level. He would put his level on it and string it, and all his holes were drilled perfectly level. Freaking best guy I've ever used. And he was expensive. He was probably 20% more than everybody else. And I got to the point where I didn't even ask him for a quote. It's just like, dude, here's a house. Go wire it for me. And he was worth every penny.
Good morning, everybody. I just woke up. I'm coming to life slowly.
Yeah, I've been up. I got up early this morning. I was up at like 4:30. It's gorgeous. It's almost cold. My toes are cold. I got a long sleeve shirt on. It's only 50%. Well, it says 50% humidity. That's actually up. It was only like 25% humidity this morning. It was downright cold this morning. And I was like, yes. I love cold. Cool. Not cold, but cool. 50s. 45 to 55 is my like prime sleeping temperature. Did you hook up your green screen yet, Devin? Hanging up there so we don't have to see your mother going to the bathroom?
Good morning, Devin.
How it was. Yeah, another happy day in paradise. Once again, I got so much to do. Have you ever gotten so much to do you just don't want to do any of it because you're just like,
quite often.
Never ending. I got to go do laundry. That's the primary. I got to hang that thing up for. Yes, the screws on these things are ridiculously tight. You can't like hold them and screw them into anything.
Hey, Mr. B.
They're bigger than the freaking screw is.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, that's what I can design, is a little screw holding like tool. You use TPU, and it's just like a little fork that holds you, snap the screw into it, and then you pull it out of the way. Brilliant idea.
Isn't it called a magnetic screwdriver?
They're aluminum.
Won't
work anyways. And even with the magnetic screwdrivers, you can't. It still bobbles around when you're first starting it.
Haven't you ever seen the little? Are you doing hex drive or Phillips head? Or?
They're cheap little titanium things. There's no way to hold them. Yeah, those slipovers are too big a diameter. It still bobbles. I've never liked slipovers because you can't see.
Make one that's like a pencil, and you can twist it. You put the screw on, let it go, and it springs and it grabs the end, and you wind it right in. I got one somewhere.
Never seen those. I hate those stupid slipover ones.
No, this don't go over. It grabs where you would grab it with the tool you're putting it in with.
Actually, the best thing I found is I put a dab of glue stick on the end of the bit. You put a dab of glue stick on the end of the bit and then stick the screw on there. It sort of holds it in place.
I've done that.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. Buttram. It's called glue. Glue it, baby. Yeah, I haven't even had my
second coffee, everybody.
Wow.
That'll get the motor spinning eventually.
I'm all like jetting and hyper and crap. I'm almost like overwhelmed. I drank my coffee this morning too fast, too much.
Well, give me a little bit. Give me some of that energy.
Oops, wrong way.
Other way. Thank you.
Here, I'll plug you in, man. This way. Here.
Oh.
I'll charge you up. Here you go.
Mac, you must have the most polished hot ends anywhere in 3D printing.
I love that thing. There's a little Facebooky thing, 3D printing useful things. And the guy was at his office, and they said he had to wear a mask because the wall height needs to be a certain height, 70 whatever inches. So he's like, screw that, went home and 3D printed a bunch of clips that snap into the like cubicle wall on top. You know how those are all modular? And then it like holds pieces of cardboard. So it extends his wall up. Like,
there's a will.
Oh, man. Ingenuity at best. Hey, you know what? All it's got to do is block the freaking spit flow, airflow.
Sounds like a challenge there, John Mack. Mr. B wants to see a polished mosquito. That should present a challenge.
Yeah. I don't think that's the hot end he's talking about, Mr. Butter. No,
you know that, but we got to have fun with John Mack.
So I got my old bed frame. I was just thinking of this. I'd make that closet and I make shelves. I could probably take the plywood from my old bed frame and make shelves out of it.
Word of warning, you better have a angle grinder or something to cut that bed frame. They make that stuff out of tough steel.
It was one I made. It was a wooden bed frame. Had like drawers and everything.
Oh, it's not a metal. It's not a metal.
No, it was one I built. It was all bought. It's all wood. I built it
steel bed frame. That is tough stuff.
It's all out of ash plywood. It's all ash faced. It's got like a whitish kind of, it looks like this, but it's a little more white because this is poplar faced, I think. It's not pine, it's poplar. That's why it's clear.
Yeah, Michael, that GHB tape is tough. That stuff would stick apart to a raindrop. Oh. So nobody did an after party last night.
Yeah, that's all right. I went to bed. I didn't even. I popped in and out of his stream like 3 times. I popped in and out of. I was doing too much. I mowed the lawn. I had my stream. I went back out to start mowing the lawn. My brother showed up. We screwed around for an hour. He dealt with mom for an hour. I went back out, mowed the lawn some more. Still not quite done. I can normally. I got one of those battery powered lawnmowers. I can usually mow my lawn with 1.5 batteries, and it holds 2 batteries. It only draws one at a time, but it like kicks and says, like if you're mowing a lawn and the first battery dies, it like beeps one, switches over, and lets you know the battery's dead, and the light blinks and tells you which battery you're using. So if you want, you can pull the battery out and charge it, but it lets you keep going. I went through like between that and the weed whacker, I think I went through 6 batteries yesterday. Everything's so overgrown because I haven't mowed yet this year. Been letting everything kind of grow.
8 batteries. You forgot the 2 that was powering you.
Yeah. The weed whacker takes more. The lawnmower only took 2 batteries the whole day, and I did all the way around and did down the driveway, and I went all the way down past the pit along the edge of the driveway and did 4 or 5 passes on each side. When it started going up their driveway with it, so I'm just trimming it back. And it only took 2 batteries. The lawnmower is not bad. The only problem with the lawnmower now is it only actually uses 1 battery now because the second socket don't work no more. And everyone's like, oh, that's a piece of crap. Oh, it's already broken. I bought it in freaking 2013. It's 7 years old. I'm okay with that thing dying now. If it were to die now, it does not owe me a dime. And it works, and it's super duper light. Oh my God, it's way lighter than like a gas powered mower. 20-inch, uses 2 10-inch blades. It's got 2 motors, slightly kiltered, which is a little weird when you're cutting strips. If you're not used to it, with one motor kicked back from the other, they're not parallel. One's slightly in front of the other. It does like a weird cut if you're like trying to stop an edge. One side, it's easier to edge with the right side of the mower than it is the left side because that's the motor that's out in front, right? Yeah, right side. So you always try and go counterclockwise with anything. So you can use the right side of the motor, right side of the mower.
You're not printing anything this morning?
I used to use gas. I will take that electric freaking lawnmower over gas any day of the week for basic lawn mowing. Now, again, my lawn isn't thick or rich or anything. It's mostly like moss and crap. So, but a real lawn, it would probably take more juice. Can't really use a riding mower here. It's too chopped up.
Where were you, Michael, when that happened? Have to add on more batteries, John Mac.
They got the bigger batteries now. They actually have a riding mower now. Greenworks makes a riding mower that's battery powered. It's like ridiculously expensive. It's like $5,000 or something, and it's not.
They got everything electric now.
Yep. I do like they have a Greenworks, which that most of my stuff's Greenworks, just because I got one and I started matching the batteries because why not? I expected it to be toy grade crap, and it kind of is. But I bought that lawnmower in 2013 or 2014. I bought the weed whacker in 2014 or 2015, and they're still both going strong. And I've been clearing property with them, not just mowing the lawn. Like even with the lawnmower, when the blades start going, I'll go out and like weed whack out in the brush area and whack this little, not big tree stumps, but the little brush stumps. It freaking slaps right over them. You hear it like, and that's the other thing too. The electric's like on regular grass, and then you hit something solid, it goes winds up like a mother when it hits something. If it hits thick grass, it's got like 3 stages of power. So,
John Mac's got the solution. He says, put a push mower on a Tesla.
Yeah, no. wouldn't even been able to turn it around here. That's why I got a riding mower out in the garage. It hasn't, or out in the shed. It hasn't run in like 15 years because my father bought it and you can't use it. The property's too chopped up. There's too many little things in the way to get it. Takes too long.
It's a shame your day was interrupted, Michael, but I'm glad you got out of there.
Yeah, get out. The whole protesting thing is.
See how my prints
I'm all for protesting, doing your stuff. The minute you start looting, you're just proving you're the criminal that the cops, the bad cops, let me rephrase that, the bad cops think you are and why they treat you that way. Because you're acting that way. You're not acting like a civilized human being. You're acting like a freaking animal. So they treat you like an animal. It's not right, but don't give them a reason to treat you like an animal in the first place.
Well, I got a print that's been running forever. It should be done by now, but it's not.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. You are right, Mr. Butler. Had enough of it already. Tired of it. Anyway, I'm going to go keep these guys entertained for 5 minutes. I'm going to go throw my laundry out on the line.
Got you covered.
And actually, I'll strip my bed now and take the sheets and wash them. Wash the sheets.
That was a beast of a machine Chris Warkaki put together there the last couple of days. What do you guys think about that one?
Put the remote over here.
Barabo 320. Looks like a beast. Oh, John's awake this morning.
Hello. I don't know why I bought that monstrosity, but it's nice.
His Z motors look interesting. I wonder, did you guys notice if all four were the big motors like that? Zerbo, the bigger bear. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a tremendous amount of difference between the two. A little different style, a little different sizes, maybe a little beefier here and there. That machine did look like a beast, though.
Look, I got him in the closet.
Well, there, John Mack. I hope business is a little better this week for you. Is it raining again? You have crappy weather for customers, or you got a little sunshine there today? I already know the weather for here. I don't even have to look. Summer rainy season. Start out in the mid 70s, go to the low 90s, chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Every day. What kind of ants, Mr. or Old Curmudgeon? Are they like bigger ones or little teeny ones? Try this stuff. Pick it up in Lowe's. Hopefully they have it in your area. And it's like a sugar water. You put a few drops around where they come. Hey, Viking. The taro ant killer. They all show up around it and they're sucking on it and they take it back home and with the pointy asses. Yeah, try that stuff. Did you get it? You had paper routes too, hey, Michael? I had 4 of them. 2 in the morning paper and 2 in the afternoon paper. This is well, I can't read how big it is. It's all in Spanish. Fire ants. Oh, fire ants you can kill. They used to make this stuff down here 30, 35 years ago. And it was a aerosol can with a long nozzle. And it was liquid in the can because it was under pressure. But once you put it, you could put it right down into the nest and hit it. And when it lost the pressure of the can, it turned into a gas. Man, that would wipe out any fire ant nest in under 60 seconds. But they don't sell it anymore. Have a good day, Michael. How's the Viking this morning? Malathion, yeah, we can still get Malathion. I use the stuff in the bag, the powder, throw it around the nest. It takes a couple of days, but they're gone. So, you've been tracking your parts, Viking? They still on the way? Any good news? Yeah, try the powder stuff in the bag. You're good but tired. Yeah, I had a crappy night. I had one of them nights where I got to bed about 10:30 and 1:30 in the morning. My leg cramped up, woke me out of a sound sleep, and I yelled, "Shit!" Throw the covers off, hit the floor so I can get my weight on it, and I was up for about 3 hours. Still a few weeks till the first ones get there. That's a shame. I bet you're ready to get working on it. Oh. Oh boy. Oh. I can hear my echo while I'm stream. Yeah, I'll bet you're ready to get going on it. When the ants are walking by on the tongue of the camper, do they at least wave when they go by, old curmudgeon? Good morning, apt pupil, Jeff. How are you doing today? Huh. That's a good little project. Keep you off the streets for a while.
All right.
Yeah, they give you the 1-finger salute. Little buggers.
All right. You guys totally destroyed my stream today?
Absolutely.
You do know this stream is brought to you today by Llama Loops.
Oh, you got some? Somebody sent you some, or did you find them?
No, I actually found them at Walmart. They were on. I was doing a Walmart order. I have them delivered. My mother gets a Welch's juice that only comes from Walmart.
After you eat those, do you transform? Do you like get a big L on your chest with a cape and you're now
Yeah.
llama man?
Super llama. Yeah, because llama spit's going to save the world from the coronavirus. I'm trying not to eat junk food. Like the last couple of days, again, I've been trying to, I'm getting too fat. But, I gotta have me some llama loops. I gotta at least try them.
All right. The world wants to know.
Hmm?
The world wants to know. Any good?
Yeah. They're not exactly the same flavor, but very similar to like the berries and Captain Crunch's Crunch Berry.
Okay.
Similar. It's a little more strawberry EE flavor.
Ooh.
Basically single flavored Fruit Loops.
Do they have any llama loops in Norway, Viking? They probably call them something different, but I know why I'm getting an echo. I still got damn YouTube open on the channel. There we go. That's better. I'll wake up eventually, guys.
All I can hear is my jaw and your Fruit Loop things here.
It's entertainment. Oh.
I really am trying to eat less junk food. God damn it.
Well, you're the one that does the shopping, so try something different to snack on.
I gotta stop snacking. That's what I gotta do. And eating, I eat way too much bread. I eat way too much junk food.
No llama loops in Norway.
I don't know. It's a basic Kellogg product. Do you have Kellogg's there?
They probably manufacture a lot of their own stuff over there. I imagine it's a little expensive to cargo ship too much American stuff over there.
Oh, no. They'd make them there. They wouldn't ship them. Kellogg has factories all over the world.
Huh. I was seeing something on the web a while back, Viking, about a coast highway in Norway, and they do have Kellogg's over there. It's supposed to be a lot of tunnels and going across fjords and going up the side of the country. Did they ever finish that?
Here, Kellogg's. Oh, take a look. Took me a while to find it. All the time I was searching, couldn't find them. Went onto the Walmart site to order my mother's juice and a few other things, and it's got, some other things you might like, and one of them was llama loops. I was like, hell yeah! Especially if they're going to deliver them to me. It's only like $3 for the box. They're tasty.
There we go. This thing's getting near the end now.
It's definitely a super sweet cereal thing.
It's skinning over. It's near the top. All right. All right. Good luck with your whatever you got to do, Viking. When somebody streams later in the day, maybe we'll run into one another again. was a little disappointed with that Zerabo Warkaki belt. I wish he had done some other color besides the black printed parts. To me, that one's a little boring. Maybe he'll change it over when his red comes in.
I doubt it. Zerbo is a hard thing to build. It's got some stuff that I like, but a lot of it was his own doing. Like, I like the idea of having the Z motors independent, but you can do that. I could do that with this, with firmware change.
That was cool. I'd never seen that before except my Chirons, but it's got 2 sensors. Yeah. But I guess it's the same thing with sensorless homing. It just tells it where it is in a different way.
Yeah, and he's just using the second instead of having 2 extruders, because all the boards come with 2 extruder ports. He's just using the second extruder port as the motor port.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's That's really the only. I don't see any other advantage. I mean, don't get me wrong. The machine is freaking sweet, but what is it like? It's almost $2,000 for that thing, ain't it?
Nah.
Yeah, it is.
By the time he bought all the stuff, I think he was up around 1,000.
No, that's not too bad. But, again, for that you could get like I prefer the box frames. I'd rather have a rail core or something. Zerbo printer. Zerbo Research 3D printers.
They are kind of an a la carte service too, so you can kind of get what.
No, I do like that. Years ago when this all, years ago, 3 years ago, yeah, they start at $1,200 and they go, oh, $900 is the cheapest, but that's using an MK3. I think the one he's doing is like $1,300 or $1,400. It is nice that they're having a variety of kits.
Yeah, I like the a la carte stuff.
Freaking awesome. I like that too. I always thought about doing like a box frame, kind of like Xylotech's doing it. You could buy the I want to say rail core. It's not the rail core. What the hell's the one the 3D printed Core XY that's all famous? What the hell's the name of it?
Something Cube, Hypercube,
Hypercube, and Hypercube Evo.
That's it.
Xylotech has kit brackets where you can buy the frame, just the frame. You can buy the frame with electronics. You can buy the frame with, motion parts. You can change your motion. They have like 6 or 7 brackets of addition. So you can do your own thing. And it's reasonably priced. I think the frame kit's only like $150 or $200 for just, basically the 2020 extrusions and a couple angle brackets. And then it moves on up from there. I don't know the exact price. You'd have to look, but it was I was looking at it. It was reasonably priced, and they were just coming out. They just started doing it when I was building mine, and I almost did it, but I wanted to do too much different. Like I actually wanted to use V-Groove, and I do not want to use. I hate LMUs. They are loud, and everyone thinks they're more accurate, and they're just not. No, I shouldn't say that. If you buy Matsusa or whatever LMUs and their rods and spend ridiculous amounts of money, yes, it'll be a little more accurate, but there's no adjustment to them. None. So if it's off, it's off. There's nothing you can do about it. You can do like the Hypercube dude, what the hell is his name? Tech2C. He actually ended up pitching his bearings because they were too loose. Which that doesn't. I'd rather have the wheels. The wheels end up being more accurate because you can adjust them, not because they are more accurate, because they're not, but they can be because they have the adjustability. Where LMUs have no adjustability. You almost need to make like a C-shaped LMU with a clamp on one side, so you can adjust the pressure on the rod.
They have the C-shaped LMUs, but there's nothing on the outside.
Yeah, there's no adjustment to them. It's just a C-shaped LMU, so you can. And those are usually made for like CNC machines and stuff. They're big.
Yeah.
C-shaped.
Hmm.
And he did, you know, the Zarbaro, he went to what, the 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter rod size?
10 millimeter.
Either or, can't you?
Yes.
10 or 12s.
The 10s were an option.
Yeah. I mean, he does. I don't even think he sells them with an 8, which is, I'm sorry, the 8s are ridiculously small. That was what's wrong with this thing when Glenn first got it. He was worried because the bed couldn't get the bed to level. And he was like, oh, the frame sucks and this sucks. And he was thinking it was the carriage, which the carriage does suck. But the actual rods were drooping in the middle. So as it went along, he's fine. And as it went down, it dropped. And it's like you can't adjust the bed to it, even with auto bed leveling, because it's never going to be the same depending on where the frickin' is on the slide, because the rods are bent.
Must have been trying to.
Bed was literally going, and it wasn't just dropping down flat. It's like pitching down and then pitching up.
He had bent rods, or he's trying to span too much distance.
Yeah, well, it's a 300 millimeter bed, so you got like an 800 millimeter rod length, because you got to do the whole bed length plus whatever the hell it happens to be.
Needed bigger rods.
It has to be at least 500, because those are 500s I bolted onto it. Because I've got I put 2020s on it. Not that you can really see it, but I put two 2020s on it where the rods usually are and put wheels on it. And spread it out.
Bigger machines, the 2 rails is a lot better.
Yeah. That's the only thing. Like I think the CR10, the original one, still has the 120/40 in the middle on that big ass bed. That's just too. Put two 2020s and spread it out. Give it a little distance. Give it a little stability. That whole center single thing that bothers me too with like the Crealities. I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong. It's okay. But it's got to have play. And that's just it. When you get, you have a measurable amount of play here as you go out. That measurable amount of play gets amplified like anything because you're going farther out. So if there's, a 1/100th of an inch here, by the time you go 10 times out the distance, you've got a full millimeter out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It amplifies as you get away from the center of pivot.
Got to put them together square.
Yeah, but even if you do, like I said, with that center rail, if the wheel has any play in it, right in the middle, by the time you get out to the edge of that bed, that play has been amplified due to, arc, motion, whatever you want to call it.
Good morning, Ricky. Did you get to do that volunteer cleanup stuff?
CR10S, not the CR10. The original CR10 still had the single 20/40 in the middle, I believe. I don't have one, so I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it still had the single 20/40 in the middle. I mean, again, it works.
Is there anything left of that club you play at? Did you go down and clean up? Got down there and it was already cleaned up. Must have had a pile of people on it. Get to talk to the owners or anything? Are they coming back? They're gonna.
Anyway, it is what it is. Let's not talk about that crap.
I just wanted to see how he made out.
It's part of life right now, so I have to deal with it. I'm just so tired of all the freaking stupid people in the world on both sides. I mean, why can't people just go freaking normal? Just stop being idiots.
Well, they seem to keep inventing better idiots too. Everything improves and better idiots.
And of course, Trump comes up and says, I'm not going to get into it. I just
Well, Thursday through Sunday, better than nothing, Ricky.
As he's prone to do. I can't just keep his damn mouth shut. Not that you guys will really be able to see what the hell I'm doing. I don't know if I'll get this done or not, but I'm going to at least start.
Oh, I see you went to the Chaos School of Wire Management.
Yes. It's actually not that bad. It's just too small of an area, and I got some of them are just too long. And of course, I wired this thing in, and now I can't get the damn thing out. Crap.
Revision 3, bigger hole.
I think I did put a bigger hole in the new one. Whatever, I know I did. Takes care of that problem. Problem solved. All right. First off, I need glasses. Of course, the wire, I got to change that too. Too many things to do, not enough time to do it all. So let's pull this here piece, which is the main board itself. Get my damn fingers in there. Ain't happening.
What are you after this morning? What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you after this morning? What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yes.
What do you mean, what am I after?
What are you going to accomplish by working on this right now?
Get it done.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Looks like
start.
you were taking it apart.
I'm just moving the board over to the other box.
Oh, okay.
I just made a slightly bigger box because like you say, I don't like the wiring and it's just too tight in here, and I don't think I'm getting enough airflow.
Okay.
Over the steppers and stuff because there's just too many wires in there.
Too many wires in the way.
Yeah, just too much crap. It's not that much bigger, but it is bigger. I think I added 15 millimeters in the width and 20 in the height or something like that.
Yeah. I kind of wish they'd make boards for these that instead of trying to package everything in the smallest possible package, I wish they'd kind of put connections on the board to make it work with the printer. So it kind of de-chaoses the wiring. Even if the board gets a little bigger in doing that,
I
think
concur.
it'd make for a better experience for users.
The problem is everyone wants smaller and lighter and faster and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but that thing don't move. It's not.
No, I know, but everything's about making it look pretty and more condensed. And
It'd look a lot prettier if the connections were where you needed them instead of the stuff that comes in from the bottom, the connections are on the top. The stuff that comes in from the top, the connections are on the bottom.
I agree. It always seems that way, yep.
It's like a highway interchange. Everybody coming in from the right wants to go off to the left, and everybody from the left wants to go off to the right.
Are those spin-ins? I believe it. Yep. That was easy.
We have a question from Jason Smith. Thoughts on the CR6 Max?
No clue, don't have one. What is the CR6 Max? I can't keep them all straight with their
I think it's a cube.
Is that
printer, isn't it, Jason?
Is that the actual Core XY one, or?
I'm not sure. They have so many models.
Yeah, I do think they're going in the right direction, trying to stabilize their model ID numbers by going. From what I understand, anything that's Ender is going to be an i3 frame, right? No, Enders are going to be box frames, and CRs are going to be i3 frames, right? So CR6 has got to be an i3 frame, isn't that the? I don't know.
So they added it to the Kickstarter thing they had going? Oh. Good morning, Ann. It's a 400 cube. I don't. I was kind of looking at their new stuff, and I saw a cube printer, but I was interested in the belt printer, so I didn't really look at it.
It's 400. If it's a CR, it's a swinging bed. It's an i3 frame, right? And all the Enders are going to be box frames from now on. That's what I got the impression, anyways. I just took this all apart, and I'm not sure I got the freaking holes right. I just thought of that.
So you got to look at it, Ricky. It's like the 6, only bigger. So they call it a max.
How much bigger did this end up being? It's a good bit bigger. I don't know if you can actually see that.
$700 on the Kickstarter.
A little bit bigger. A little more airflow on the bottom too. A little more airflow.
Everybody likes a little more airflow on their bottom.
Yeah. Me too. All right. This needs to go this way.
That's a nice looking case.
Hmm?
That's a nice looking case.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course it is. I designed it.
Ah.
It's only like the 5th or 6th iteration of it. Like everything. I do it nice because I do it at least twice. At least. I think this is a 4th version I've done.
That's all right. Keeps you off the streets. Gives you something to do. I'll have to go looking on the web when the stream ends and take a look at that max. So, Ricky, you got any other gigs coming up? You gonna have any more play dates anywhere else or anything? Or did it all die again?
Sounded wrong. You having a play date, Ricky?
Nothing on the books right now. I hope that changes very soon for you. Yeah, text message does it. I hope you get it today.
All right, this one goes here with a swinging nut. This one goes here with a swinging nut. This whole thing goes right there into those swinging nuts that probably rotated. Yep, they always do. Get in your home. Don't you want to go to your home?
How true that is in life. Your nuts are never really where you want them to be.
There's an error. Oh, well. I wonder if I can make that work.
Uh-oh. Round 4 coming up.
Nah, there's just a little, I made the hole big enough. And I made it so much wider, it's like halfway in between where the two 2020s meet. It's like right at the joint. But I made that like pivotable for that very reason. And I made the hole big enough so I can line it up and shift it out. Blah, blah, blah. It'll work. I will make it work. Because that's what I do. And that one's gripping. I think that one's gripping. Find out. Yep. And so
I like your little outriggers on the top rail there.
that's their original design. You mean these?
No, the frame, yes.
That's their original design. That's the way this thing came.
Is there a bolt?
The aluminum frame is all original.
Is there a bolt coming down through the top rail into the vertical rail also, or just that corner bracket holds it?
That corner bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird too, but I've never had a problem with it.
Well, that brings an idea to mind that somebody was talking about yesterday, into turning one of these smaller i3 frames into an IDEX printer, where you could move the Z motors and the tops and everything out towards the side a little bit more.
This came as IDEX. You can get this.
That's probably why the frame is the way it is.
Yeah, that's why these are long too. These stick way out because the whole frame would bump out with the IDEX. You lost height with the IDEX though for some reason. I don't know why. It only did 160, not one. They listed this as 200, 200, 200. It's not. It's 190, 190, 170.
Well, I could see taking the front to back rail down the bottom frame and mounting a plate to the bottom of it and kicking the Z motor out to the side more.
Nuts in there.
And
Dumbass.
Motor to that and the vertical rod connection also.
I'm a dumbass.
So you can get some width out of it without making the frame bigger.
Let's see if I can do this without losing the bolt. And now I gotta put that in there. And I need something to do it with.
So is anybody building any printers this week? Who's working on a printer?
Me right now, see?
We know you are. We can see that. I want to hear from the
chat. Once they start running right, I gotta freaking fix it. If it's running right, it ain't right. It's got to be fixed once it's running right. That's my motto. Let me see what I have in here. I have some semi-short M3s. That's shorter. I hate my fat fingers. Come on, you. Yeah, that should work. I wish I had a little bit shorter one. That is quite a bit shorter.
Jeff, you get your CR10
Perfect.
Tuned and heading down the highway there, huh? That's good.
So this means I have to do this whole nightmare again. All right, I need a bigger desk. Having the computer and this, like my keyboard, if I could get rid of the keyboard and the mouse and all that, this would be all right, but it still wouldn't be big enough. I need a bigger desk.
And Jason got 3 printing away. No need to build anything right now. All right.
All right. Not going to throw anything, not going to get upset.
That's half the fun. That's why the people come to see you.
I'm looking for the freaking box that's sitting right here in front of me that I just put there.
Got the best Benchy you ever printed.
The ultimate glue application. Mini zip tie.
There you go. So what did you do to it, Jeff, that straightened it out? What'd you have to fix? How'd you do it?
Benchies. Benchies are for Chris's. All the Chris's print the Benchies. Everybody loves a Benchy. Okay, what did I do with that little nut?
I found a neat trick the other day. It's along the Luke Hatfield One Bad Marine fix for the extruder. Instead of printing a little plastic piece to capture the short PTFE tube, I used a number 2 washer. Fits in the hole. The center hole is big enough for the filament to go through. I kind of put it up in there loosely. It's the kind that's got 2 screws up from the bottom to hold the heat block up in. And I put that up in there loosely, got some filament through it so I knew that it would go through, and then locked everything down. Sucker been printing like a dream ever since. An M2.5 washer looks like to be about the same size too, maybe a little bit. It might slop around in there a little bit less.
You know what? Just not doing it. Not gonna fight with it today. Not gonna use the lock nut.
Come on, fight!
No, because it just ends up being too much torque on the. They got like a little 3D printed recessed lip here, and it always seems to strip it out. Oh, come on. Should have done this before I mounted the case. Dumbassery. King of dumbassery. Yes, that would be me.
All hail the king. There we go.
All hail me, the king of dumbassery.
Got a whole new
Okay, I got to try it out. Put the glue on here. Here it is.
And Capricorn tube. Do you have Luke Hatfield's fix on that, Jeff? Did you do the shorter cap tube inside with the washer thing and all that? Or did you just go back to stock? Didn't even change nozzles. Oh, yeah, it was time for a tune-up on that baby. You put a lot of hours on it.
Glue dry, let the glue dry. I'll do the one I can't see at all.
When I did mine, I put some tuck tube on it, and I put some lubricant inside the tuck tube, the PTFE stuff that'll go in there and dry and stick, and change the stock setup to the fan, cooling ducts. Oh, what did you ask? I missed it. Is this a memory test? I forgot. I'm just going along. Oh, okay. I was asking if you did the Luke Hatfield fix with the little washer and the short piece of cap tube and all that stuff. That's what I was asking.
Let those dry for a minute or two. Oh, the other thing I got to do is straighten this freaking thing out. How did I do that so crooked? Oh, I know, because it was the original. I think I mounted it backwards originally. Whatever. Right? Well, I can actually mount the board now.
Llama tested, llama approved.
My fat ass fingers just don't do this stuff so well.
He didn't do the Luke Hatfield fix. Haven't seen that. Details. Let's see. All
right. Let's see. I didn't set those deep enough, did I?
I picked it up on TH3D's website. He's got like Creality, 3D printer help guide, Creality, and others. And in there, he's got a link to Luke Hatfield's stuff, and it's a big PDF. Using Luke's profile and TH3D firmware. Okay. And he's got a help guide for Creality and other printers in there that goes through all of Luke Hatfield's stuff, and it's 121 pages long. And in there, about a third of the way down, is his hot end fix. It worked good for me. You might find it worth looking at and taking a spin through it.
Maybe line up. No, right there. Oh, there.
I was getting jam after jam after jam until I did that.
Oh, is that the little washery thing?
Yep. But instead of printing a washer, I used a number 2 metal washer.
Yep, metal work too. Just anything to keep it.
Anything to keep that tube at the bottom locked in place. So the heat creep don't come up and get you, and his washer's so far up from the heat that the heat never creeps that. And there's enough distance in there so you can run a pretty high retraction, and the hot filament never hits that area. So it works pretty good.
That's an easy fix. A little cleaning up that I forgot about.
Where's that screaming fan you had on the top of that box?
Huh?
Where's that screaming fan you had on top of the box? Is that coming back? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, Jeff.
Although I may replace it at some point, but I'll tell you what, that thing moves a boatload of air.
Another trick you can do with that, if the short piece of PTFE tube down in the hot end, if you get the Capricorn XS, it's set for a little bit higher temperature, might last you a little bit longer. I didn't have any, so I just used tough tube.
Longer ones. Do I have longer ones? I probably don't.
You missed everything, Mr. B. Why'd you go away? We've just been talking about Luke Hatfield's hot end fix and how it worked good for me, but I didn't use a little printed washer in there. I used a number 2 washer.
What are you using it on?
Artillery AL4. Yeah, I think that
Look at this. The holes are lining up and everything.
all it takes is a little bit of that PTFE tube backing off, and you get a ridge down in there in the heat area. But Luke Hatfield's fix stops that problem because it locks the cap tube. Too much room for error? Can't be too bad, Mr. B. I did it and it worked.
There's no room
Excuse
for
me
error.
for a second, guys.
The whole point of doing it is it gets rid of the error that's already there.
Oh, no, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the ice cream sandwiches you put in there, they're all soft.
Are they soft that I can't see when we put them back?
If you go carefully.
I got room for them now.
Okay.
Go forth into the world and do as you please.
PTFE length. I don't know. I measured it when I put it in there. Made it a little bit longer, so when I tighten things up, it squished in. The washer thickness, I don't know. It's pretty thin. It's a lot thinner than the printed part he wanted to use. He tried his cutting jig and washer, filament jammed, all that stuff. Well, I just kind of got the gist of it from reading his article and what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I took my hot end and I measured everything. and I cut my PTFE tube to what I felt it should be, and used a metal number 2 washer. And the sucker's been running for 24, 34, 38 hours now, and not one jam.
Yeah, that helped.
Or it was jamming bad before.
I started tightening them up.
If you have any of the Capricorn XS, the higher temp cap tube, use that in the bottom.
Look at that. It's almost like I know what the hell I'm doing. That can't be right.
Other PTFE connector, the non-pass-through. Wow, I don't understand that.
MK8. That's what I have. That's what's on here. Non-pass-through. The
Never heard
single
of
piece inside the. It doesn't come from the top. It actually comes from the bottom. And when you tighten the nozzle, it tightens it up. It's doing the same thing you guys are doing. Basically, the original MK8 heat brake did exactly what you're doing with the MK10, I guess they'd call it.
I don't think I ever heard of that. A non-pass-through. I'm still in the dark on that. Even though you explained it, I guess I'm not awake enough yet.
All right, I need one more long one, and I know I got it here somewhere. I believe that'll do it.
It's a good fix, just room for error. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to measure, and you got to cut your tube straight to run all the way through. Some it stops in the connector.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the heat brake? You're talking about the heat brakes where it goes most of the way down, but it doesn't go up against the nozzle.
I cannot believe I did this, and everything actually lines up. And of course, I don't have another frickin' lock nut out. But I have more somewhere. Just gotta find them.
Ah, it's a scavenger hunt.
I like lock nuts here.
Different style connectors. So you're not talking about the heat brake. You're talking about the things that attach at the top of the extruder and over at the top of the hot end.
Right size.
I don't think I've ever seen or heard of that.
Okay, where are you, nut? Oh, whatever you are. Okay.
I guess in my mind, I'm thinking that it would kind of do the same thing as Luke Hatfield's trick, where you use the connector to trap in the short piece of tube, and then it connects through on the top. But they do that all in the connector. Am I getting close?
I like lock nuts, and I cannot lie. And I still made that too damn big, too small. And I even upsized it. Gosh darn it. I wonder if I can open it up enough to get that in there. How much do I need to open it? Not a whole lot.
I give up. No.
Well, llama don't design correct in the first place. Llama drill out.
It's getting a llama mod.
It's getting llama-fied. Might need to go one step up from this, but we'll start with the smaller one. Hopefully I don't break it because it's kind of thin right here.
Oh, that's a nice variable speed so you don't overheat the plastic.
Pretty much all of them today are variable speed. Can I actually fit the little one in there yet? Where'd the fan go?
Hey, good morning, Matt. Jake from State Farm is here.
What is up, Matty Jake? I think I'm going to leave it. And just open it up with the opening tool instead of drilling it. Nice sound. Will the plug fit through now? Yep. You know,
All right.
almost like I know what the frick I'm doing. Almost.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Almost. Not quite, but almost. That plugs in there. These all go in here. This goes right here. This goes right here. Those go there. This goes right here. These go there. I moved it. I forgot about that. All right. How am I going to fix that? Hate wiring.
Fingers still too big?
Oh, hell yeah. One plug, come out. Thank you. All right, that one goes over here like so, and then goes back in, which I'll never be able to do. Thank God for needing those pliers. And I put that frickin' mount hole right in the way. Like a dumbass. I don't think I'm going to get that in there. Come on. Oh, you bitch.
Oh, you found some little fingers.
Yeah, but they don't have enough oomph to actually plug it in. There we go. All right, one down. What else do I got to move? That's now going to go behind there instead of in front of it. That way I can channel these that way. That can all go in there. Still looks kind of like a rat's nest, but this has to go. I'm going to have to pull those. I knew it.
Anybody see smoke coming out Llama's ears, or is that just me?
This now goes here. These go here. This goes down there.
That's starting to look neater.
This comes up here. This one's one, which is actually here. This one's two, which goes right here. I hate these frickin' ribbon cables. They're just obnoxious.
Well,
Plain and simply, they're just obnoxious.
at Bell Helicopter and the new Hueys and Cobras, they use a lot of ribbon cables.
They don't fold, they're hard to run somewhere because you can't.
When you go to route them, you got to think of it like flying an airplane. So you bank and turn, and you got to think of it like flying an airplane.
Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of made a channel, an air channel with the ribbon cable around the fan thing here.
Yeah, so the air will get to them direct and then find its way out through whatever space.
Well, yeah, because the fan's like right above these ribbon cables. So the way
Yeah.
I've got it folded, I'm hoping it'll draw up over and cool. I don't know. It's just me being goofy, probably, but
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
sounded good, right?
Sounds good. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, let's. Okay, those nuts seem to be glued in there nicely.
You simply would not believe the amount of wires they put in a helicopter.
Okay, now I gotta remember, does it pull or push from the label? Can't
The
remember.
label side is the exhaust.
Yeah, so I do want the label. Yep, right, you're right. Okay, I thought I plugged it in. I'm guessing I didn't plug it in well enough because it ain't plugged in. Now it's plugged in. And this wire has to go away because otherwise it'll end up in the fan, which, you know, it's going to want to do. It's what I hate wires. You never do what you tell it to. They're too damn independent.
That's why God invented zip ties.
All right. Ba-ba-da,
The moment of truth.
what am I screwing up? Something feels like it ain't right. Freaking wire. You know, the other thing I forgot to do, I was going to put, because I made this a little extra deep. I really wanted to run the wires behind the board so the board would help hold it. And I thought about it. It's like, nah, that's not a good idea because the solder pins always have like little points on them. They're kind of sharp.
Rub over time.
Yeah, if it rubs over time, it'll short out. So that's not a brilliant idea. But then this last design, the last thing I was going to do was put like little zip tie holders, like, you know, something in the case that I could slide a zip tie through and zip tie the wires to it. Of course, what's the one thing I forgot to actually design into it? The zip tie holders.
Next round.
Yeah. You know I'm going to have to do it again, so. Yeah, it seems to all fit. Now I got to remember where the big-ass screws were that I think I just used to hold the board for the case. What did I do with them? Put them somewhere. I think these might be it. Are they? No, those are M5s, that's why. I need like M3 or M4, I think I designed it for.
I wonder what would happen if you made the box even deeper and made it so you put your wires behind it, then screw down a plate using the holes. Well, not screw it down, but well, maybe.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's not a bad idea. I thought of that, and I could still do it. My problem was cooling. I was trying to cool because you got to cool the back of the board around the processor and stuff. Supposedly, again, I'm no super engineer on that crap, but
That's
yeah,
why
I understand you need to cool the back of the board behind the processor to help keep the processor.
but just space that plate off the board enough so you get some airflow down through there.
Yeah, or you can just make it a grate. So all it's doing is holding the wires off of it, but still there's those.
And the air is free to go wherever it wants to go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, too.
That'll be around, 20 or 30 version.
Keeps you off the streets and out of trouble.
What are these? Are these all M3s? They are.
So your neighbor came over the weekend and moved all them wood piles?
No.
Not yet, huh?
He's going to be in for a big surprise soon. And, of course, I'm going to have to go to an M4 on. which I probably don't have any big enough. Oh, do I even have any M4s anywhere?
I think I see another design element you need on your box, Llama.
What?
Lever activated cam lock for the cover, so you don't have to do and undo screws and search for them. And
Right on it.
okay, cool.
All over that crap. Not. Let's see. That's an M4. And this is an M4. I'm probably going to have to heat treat it because I didn't slide these for nuts. Yep. Most definitely will.
I think I was seeing a box not too long ago that the guy had like covers from both sides.
This did originally. I had this so I originally designed it so I could pop the back panel off with the board and just kind of lean it out and have the board accessed.
I saw that somewhere.
I did it. This original one did that. You know what? It don't really work because then you're just pulling on all the damn wires if you organize them.
Well, I was thinking more of having the board mounted to the centerpiece with two independent covers. So when you run the wires below the board, you can have access to both sides of things.
Flame!
Ah. The old melt it till it fits trick.
It's just easier to make threads that way sometimes.
You know, have a tap set.
Why, when I can just heat it up and jam it in there.
He almost grabbed that screw.
Almost.
Good morning, Chris. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hopefully I'm not cutting it anymore.
What were you doing that went away? Chris Galatas here.
What is up, Mr. Guladas? He stole your job? What's that? Terrorizing people?
He's got some sad news. Apparently, whatever job he did got destroyed, so he's out of work.
Trying to lighten the mood.
There's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in that position this week.
Yep. Let's take the whole world pandemic thing and make it even worse. What the hell just happened? Oh, freaking mail.
All right, Mr. B's still alive.
All right, other side, wherever the hell it is. It's back here behind all those freaking wires. Jesus, I should have just made this thing even deeper for crying out loud.
Oh, shut down for safety.
I made it another 20 millimeters wider and another 20 or 30 millimeters taller.
So when things calm down, you should be able to get back to it. That's good. I mean, today ain't great, but at least it's got some hope for the future.
Just think of it like vacation. You're on a mandatory vacation. Trying to make it positive sounding.
Mr. B, you doing work? That's a 4-letter word.
He's always working. Hot, soft plastic. Gotta hold the screw straight.
Yes and yes. Okay. Somebody's got to do some work, get something done somewhere.
I am. I'm, llama-fying everything I touch.
Huh. You need a new TV? All right.
I bet there's hundreds of them for sale on eBay right now. All cheap and busted up.
Going cheap.
TVs are so freaking cheap now, anyways.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how the prices keep dropping.
No, it's like anything. Once they start mass producing it,
I'm waiting, the way it's going, I'm waiting for next year where they'll pay you to take them away.
this TV I have right here is a 39-inch LCD because my monitor is a TV, and I just saw them on sale for like $139.
Jeez.
It's the Insignia, which is Best Buy's house brand. It's actually kind of nice. I like it. It's not perfect by any matters of means, but I think I paid $209 for it or something cheap like that, which is why I bought it. And it's a smart TV. It's an Amazon Fire TV to boot for that, which is pretty darn cheap. This I do need to drill out. I knew I needed to drill it out because I wanted to drill it out. Well, I
I got two flat TVs, and I also got two of the old tube TVs. One of them is
two TVs? You literally
old and works like a champ.
I almost wish they'd bring back the tube TVs. I think they worked better.
Yeah, I think the picture's a little bit better, unless you get one of them super high resolution jobbers.
Well, pretty much everything is HD now. This thing will not stay zeroed out. I think I need a new battery. I need to just replace it.
Lego sets, Mr. B. You got if you're out and about doing a little scavenger hunting. You got a project going or something for the kids?
I wish I had my Milwaukee's over the Bosch. I will take a Milwaukee one of these over this Bosch any day of the week.
Why?
Or smaller, lighter, more variable. I mean, this is nice. Don't get me wrong. Especially so you get this and the impact for $100. I think I paid $129. But the Milwaukee is just. That's why this is my home use. If you look at my Milwaukees, they're all like disgusting and dirty and beat the crap because I use them at work. Even the 12 volt. I use a 12 volt a lot at work.
Well, Mr. B, if you just want free stuff, why Legos? How about Rolex? Get you a few Rolexes or something.
Now that bolt should just slide right on through there. And it does. And it does. And then I should be able to stick this thing right on here again. Freaking God, it drives me nuts. I hate wires that just won't go where you tell them to.
No, Chris, I haven't done any Lego shopping in many decades.
Me either. Don't need no Lego.
I see something missing on your cover, Llama.
What's that?
You need a raised, embossed Llama logo up above the pie.
Yeah, the pie's going to need the cover on it eventually.
So that would be on the build plate, so you'd recess it. You need a recessed llama logo on that.
Yeah, when I put the cover on the pie.
Oh, okay. $200 to $300 for a Lego set. Oh my God!
It's just freaking.
It's a bunch of injection molded plastic.
Yep. Are they still busting everybody's ass that does anything on like Thingiverse with Lego?
I haven't heard much news about that lately. Probably though. Once they get started, they won't give up.
Nope. No more reason I wouldn't bother with Lego. All right. Last thing is mounting a fan. Everything looks
Flammable logo. Caution, keep back 10 feet, make bust at any time.
I need to knock that out a little more. It's stopping the plug. If at first you don't succeed,
Llama
take
it
the
again.
crap out of it. Yeah, it's just catching the lip of the plug, so I can't plug the USB plug in all the way. And that would be it. Da-da-da. Now I'm going to put this all back together, and I got some wire in there that freaking came unplugged, or I plugged in wrong, or replugged wrong, or how much you want to bet?
I don't know. I got faith.
Me too. I got faith I got it wrong. The odds are in my favor, by the way.
Got a fire extinguisher nearby?
Nah. Don't need no stinking fire extinguisher. We just let the house burn down.
Hey, there's an idea for his brain box, Chris. You can put an opening on the side that's like shaped like flames, and you put a little LED behind it with a very wavy plastic sheet, so the fan on the top kind of makes it wave, and it looks like a flame going on inside the brain box. There you go.
Could have raised that even higher. I raised this. No, you can't see it. I raised the pie where it mounts, trying to keep this loop here off the table, and it didn't work.
So that's a llama loop.
It's llama looped. It is llama loops. Good enough. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Look at all the proper venting. There's some more venting underneath. There's venting underneath the pie right here, so the pie gets some ventilation. The SD card's accessible. The USB plug is now accessible now that I knifed the crap out of it. It's almost like I knew what the hell I was doing. I gotta put more laundry outside. Holy crap.
I think we heard that before.
Huh?
Oh, I see that Z motor mount now kicked off to the side to make it wider.
What? This?
Yes.
That's pretty much stock. They did it originally out of acetone, acrylic.
Okay.
I did not like it, so I 3D printed one and put it. It just came out flat, and the minute any weight on it, you could watch it as this thing went up. You could watch the whole thing sag.
Put any power to it, and it sagged. Yeah.
Yeah, when it started lifting the thing up. So I put these angle brackets and made my own.
It got
Pretty
long side.
bracket everybody uses, but I've been designing these for a long time. The only thing I do, if you look really close, there's little riblets in it. You look
What do your riblets do for you?
They actually stiffen it for one, because if you use you end up with more layer shells. Like if you just make it flat and then you fill it, you end up with infill. Where if you put riblets, it's just like ribbing a.
Like corrugated roofing or something.
Exactly. Not only that, it adds cooling. It gets
good idea. I like that.
Gets the motor slightly off.
Hope you don't mind.
Theory, I have no idea if it really does in actuality any of that. The ribbing I know works because if you look at one of my really, 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 really old videos, I actually did a test. It's not very scientific, but I did a test, broke some with ribs and some without ribs, and the ones with ribs were definitely stronger.
All right. Mr. B has a question for you. Where are you at with the Crapbot printer?
I'm thinking I'm going to play with that tomorrow. I'm going to start figuring that all out. First thing I got to do is plug that board in and see if it's going to freaking blow up or work. I'm pretty sure that was just the driver. And oh, crap. That was the other thing I wanted to do. Damn it. I wanted to plug the drivers into this board.
Oh, for a test.
Oh, no. I want to plug it into that one because that's an MKS. And I have a feeling I played with the pot adjusters on it and it was in UART mode and I didn't realize it. And I think I overjuiced the driver. The only thing that burned was the driver. The actual board didn't get hurt. The little silver whatever diode thing underneath of it got smoked, but I wiped it off and I don't see any damage to it. Just got a little smoke and soot on it. So I think the board itself is fine. I haven't tried it yet. I have another driver. I have a couple of 2208s too if I need to replace the 2209 with a 2208 somewhere. I have shitloads of the 5988s or whatever they are too if it came down to it. So I need to see if that board works because if it does and I can get it running, that board will go on the Frown King and the MKS Gen L will go on the Crapbot.
I like your corner pieces combined with a little foot for the bottom too. That looks nice. The front corner, farthest corner away from you.
Oh, the feet?
Yeah.
That's those are your original.
Okay.
Original Max Micron / Hicktop. Max Micron was like the Lexus of Hicktop. So, I think it's all together. Oh, the fan. I got to do the fan. I got to get some screws for the fan. And I got them out, and then I put them back the hell away like a dumbass. Somewhere around here, I got some black M3s that I hope are long enough.
That looks like a pretty thick fan.
I don't think they're long enough. Bummer. That's a major bummer. I don't think I have long enough screws. I used all my long screws already. That could be a major bummer. I have some really, really long ones. What do you think? Those long ones? Freaking thing's like 100 millimeters long. What do I have in this pile of crap? This one should be. That one might be. If I can even get one on there, that's probably enough. For now, anyways. Where'd my screwdriver-y thing go? Please tell me another one of those because that was perfect. I have a much, much longer one. I have a silver one that might be long enough. long enough. Should be. Yeah, that'll work. For now.
Wonder if that fan would be quieter with a little TPU piece under it.
Oh, I have them. I'm glad you said that. And it is. I actually tested it. Just that TPU. And
That's the good news. The bad news is now you need a slightly longer screw.
Yeah, but I actually have longer ones. I was just worried they were too long. Or this one should still be long enough. That silver one probably isn't. But this one should be.
If you're still super noisy with that fan and you make another version, put a couple of ribs under it by the screw to change the stiffness of those flat plates you're mounting to. Might change the noise.
Well, I guess that's not long enough. Not quite. I can feel it trying to catch, but it's not quite catching. Nope, not quite long enough. Harsh garnet. I have some recess head ones that are probably long enough, but I hate the recess head. These I know are long enough. But I hate the recess head because it always screws up. Okay, where's the hole? And because it's those, I need the smaller driver, wherever it is. It's not in its holder, so it's already out. Oh no, it is in its holder. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I actually tested the TPU pad, and it like halved the noise from this thing.
If my memory's working, you were doing that a few days ago on Fusion.
Yep, like a week or two ago, but yeah.
Well, every once in a while I get lucky and remember things.
Me too. Every once in a great while. One more.
Are we going to get a test run on that this morning?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Shame to do all that work and not test run it for us.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I'd leave the blue smoke stream for tomorrow. Oh well.
Like the old
Screws are gone now.
TV shows. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same channel. See if it smokes.
It's only 10:30. Same llama time, same llama channel. Oh crap, I got filament stuck in there like a dumbass. I can fix that. Takes care of that problem. Oh, get on there. Need my glasses, damn it. Can't see what the hell I'm doing. Alright. This thing's all disconnected, correct? Am I missing something? Nope.
I don't know, Jeff. Almost anything you get, you got to get lucky and get a flat one. We could always do Llama's trick and put down a magnetic sheet and use blue tape behind it to get it flat, and then get a flex plate on top of it. Did I spark an idea there for you, Jeff?
Oh, I thought I muted it. I didn't mute it.
All right, Mr. B, get in there with the ABL. There you go.
Don't need no stinking ABL.
Good job, Mr. B. You triggered him.
Didn't trigger anything. Just stating a simple fact. Only dumbasses need ABLs. Let's see, it goes this way. You know, if I put my glasses on, might help. All right. Are we ready for a fire?
Let's go.
What the hell am I sitting on? Oh, the vacuum. Fire! Fire!
Fire in the hole.
Down there. Let's see what happens. Screen lights up.
Think that's it?
Fan's on.
Too
Fan's
much work.
loud on top, but it's way less loud. It's still pretty freaking loud. No, it's pointless. I'd rather have a flat surface for my print to go on. Why? I never got ABL. I shouldn't say that. For doing stupid little bus, sure, fine. Why not? But if you're going to spend 35 minutes hooking it up, tuning it. I mean, look at how long Chris took yesterday just to get his first layer to hold. I can do my tape method on that size bed in like 15 minutes. You just take a square and you put it on there, and anywhere you see light through it, you put some tape under it. It holds the bed up. Especially when you're using a magnetic bed. It's freaking easy.
Good morning, Vince.
Honestly, if you're using glass, you don't even need that. You just put the piece of glass on it. It does everything the tape does. I like to get rid of the glass because of the weight.
3D Medic Vince is here. How's the knee?
What's up, Vince?
Any better?
Someone say, party! Yeah, we're partying because I didn't blow anything up. Actually, the party's over. I didn't blow anything up.
It turned on and didn't smoke?
No. That fan is still loud. It's definitely quieter with that little TPU pad on it, but it's still loud.
I have another idea to quiet your fan.
It's just a loud fan, dude.
If you printed a shroud that mounted under it like the TPU piece that came out and around the fan and went up an inch or two, it might shield you from the noise.
So you're saying just wrap the fan?
Yeah, just to block the noise a little bit.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, because, I mean, this one's running too, and it's exactly the same fan, and I can hear it, but it's nowhere near as loud as that. I think the box is just acting as a resonator, even with the TPU.
That's why I was
If they
talking
even
about
made a
the little
bigger
rib side
TPU pad.
to change the stiffness of the plate of the box so it
Yeah.
doesn't react at the same frequency.
Yep. I mean, it's way quieter with the TPU. I mean, way quieter. It like halved its dB whatever.
Mm.
Hey, I got a dB meter on this thing, don't I?
There you go. So they're going to do an MRI on you, Vince? Probably.
MRI.
Yeah, his knee is bothering him.
Oh, don't they CAT scan that or whatever? MRI, magnetic.
Resonance imaging.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Yeah,
they can do
MRI.
that on
That's
people
the one
that
they can't
don't
do
have steel all over the place inside of them.
Yeah, that's the one they can't do on me.
Well, good luck. I hope things work out good for you, Vince.
I guess I don't. I know I downloaded one once. Well, not important. Let's see if I can connect to it. I've been having problems with that Pi, and it looks like it's not going to connect. This Pi will not run if the printer isn't hooked up. I unplug the printer, and I disconnect the Pi, and then I turn the Pi back on. It'll fire right up. and then I can plug the printer into it. But this Pi will not start up with the printer plugged into it for some reason.
My guess, Vince, they're going to send you for an MRI so they can see what's going on. Oh, we're now at the Jimmy Show. Hello. You hit the wrong button again, Llama. Maybe you cut the video. It did catch on fire.
I did my
Oh,
class
here we go.
window bullshit.
You hit the wrong button again. You went to look something up and axed yourself.
Dude, the Pi fired right up. Repetier, no problems. Now I can connect to the printer. And I plug it in. And I hook right up, connected to the printer instantly. I plug the printer in, but the Pi will not start up with the printer plugged in. Tell me why. Somebody tell me why. Because all my other ones do. That one works fine. It's got exactly the same setup, other than it's a different board.
I wonder if it's getting some electromagnetic interference with the power on in the board.
Yeah, but why just that board? And it worked before. This is recent.
Okay, that's a head scratcher.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's either something wrong with the board, and it's back feeding power from the board into the Pi and screwing it all up, or the Pi's just going bad.
You got more than one Pi, don't you?
Yeah, I've got two.
Why don't you switch Pis? See if it
Because
happens.
it's on that printer.
Yeah, switch Pis.
I've done that.
Okay.
That's why I did it originally. You know what? I'm trying to think of that, because this Pi was originally on that one. And I'm trying to think of it on that one. I don't know. Too much of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I shut my Pis down. I shut everything down at night. My computer gets completely disconnected. It gets powered off. And nothing runs at night. I can't stand crap trickle sucking my electricity unnecessarily. People don't realize that trickle sucking electricity is probably a tenth of your bill every month, depending on what your bill is. You probably spend $100 on trickle suck electricity, which is your cable boxes, your routers, your Pis you leave on, anything that you're leaving on that you're not actually using, anything that connects to the internet, any of your TVs that have that even though you power it off, there's some LED still on your TV. It's trickle sucking, and then each one it's only a penny a day. Well, 365 days.
I like the sound of that there, Mr. B. Never-ending Pi.
Never-ending Pi. That does sound good.
Yeah.
Chocolate cream pie.
That's one of my favorites.
You could take regular old chocolate pudding and throw it in a pie crust and add whipped cream on top, and I'm happier than a pig in shit. That thing is pretty loud. Let's see if it'll print. What can I do to print? What do I need to print? Is there anything I need to print? Oh, let's design a little. You know what I got to do? I got to do laundry first. I'll be right back. Let me go throw my laundry out on the line. So I don't have to think about that anymore. I will be right back. Right back, I say.
All right, let's see what's going on with my local weather today. Oh, get to the local website. Come on, computer, wake up. I see another motorcyclist bit the dust. Ooh, God, that bike got tore up. Come on, baby, load. Well, let's see. Come on. Load it up. Nothing on radar. What's the weather guy say? Come on. Afternoon thunderstorms, high of 92. Okay, what time are they going to start? Oh, a little later today. 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Okay. Jeff, I am in Lee County, Florida, which is on the Gulf Coast of Florida, down south. You know where Fort Myers is? I'm in a town next to Fort Myers. If you look at Florida, you have Big Lake Okeechobee. And if you come just a little bit south of the south end of that, and then head for the Gulf, I'm along the coast there. Not far from Sanibel and Captiva. Those are pretty well-known places. And if you're looking for it on Google, it's the town's called Cape Coral. Aptly named. Dig down a little bit and you hit Coral Rock. It's kind of like the Venice of Florida. We got 400 miles of canals in town. You can go boating everywhere around here. About half the town, maybe a little more, connects. You can get out to the Gulf, and then a lot of the rest of the canals in town are just freshwater. They raise the water level up higher. I'm on freshwater, which is one of the higher spots in town, which is good when the hurricanes come. You're in Indiana. I worked for a little time in Indiana, and I stayed in Speedway, right across the street from the track. I was working at Allison. I miss White Castle. And there was a little place towards the south end of Speedway, south of the track, called the Mug and Jug. They had the best homemade root beer you ever tasted. Oh, your wife's cousin used to live in Fort Myers. Newport Richey, that's way up the coast a bit. Well, come for another visit. Anybody still down here that you can visit? We could use the business. Oh, Mr. B took the ferry from Fort Myers down to Key West. Key West Express. That leaves about 6 miles south of me. When I was living on the other coast in West Palm, I took a high-speed catamaran like that over to Grand Bahama Island. Boy, what a trip that was. They fit 300 people on the boat, and it was packed. And we got offshore a few miles into the Gulf Stream, and boy, did it get rough. It was like 15-foot swells. The boat was boom, boom, boom. I'd say 290 people on the boat got sick out of the 300. I didn't get sick, but boy, I was not feeling good. And the woman next to me, little itty bitty thing, she just kept throwing up. We got about halfway across, and it flattened out. And she kind of revived a little bit, called the stewardess over, and she says, "Take me to the hospital. I'm dying." I'm like, "I don't see one in the neighborhood. You're kind of out of luck." And we got over there, and oh man, the people were not in good shape. "I ain't never going on this boat again. I'm taking an airplane back." And we stayed the day, and come time for the boat to leave that night, there was maybe 30 people going back. And boy, they missed out. It was flatter than a pancake, absolutely gorgeous, starlit sky with a full moon, and you could see the flying fish coming off the wake of the boat. Oh man, it was gorgeous. What a ride. Well, come on down for a visit, Jeff. I don't know if you'd like the weather this time of year.
I can hear that frickin' fan downstairs. I'm not kidding you. You can actually hear that fan downstairs. It's almost just as loud. It's like going through the cabinet into the floor. Even with, I've got like pad underneath the cabinet, and I got pad underneath the printer. Mom's light. And I don't want to use the clips because I thought about it, because we actually clip it on like this so it shines up to the ceiling and reflects down, because if you put it this way, it's too bright underneath. So we put it this way.
Oh, yeah, so it diffuses it. That's a cool idea.
Bounces off the beam and the ceiling. So what I think I'm going to do is just build a little L clamp out of TPU that it'll snap into. So let's do some fusioning.
It's fusion time.
It's fusioning time.
What time of year did you take that ferry ride, Mr. B?
I used to take the ferry every week, every day at first.
There's two ferries that go out to Long Island, isn't there?
Huh?
Port Jefferson, and where's the other
Orient Point, yeah, right in Groton. Orient
one?
Point.
You go Orient Point, Groton to Orient Point? I didn't know that.
New London, actually.
Oh, that one goes to Block Island too, doesn't it?
Yeah, Crosstown Ferry does everything.
Yeah.
They'll actually go down to Port Jeff too, even though they really don't anymore. But Crosstown Ferry in New London goes to Block Island, Plum Island, Long Island, or Orient Point on Long Island. It goes to Port Jeff on Long Island. They have like 6 different ferries. They go out to the other islands there. What the hell's the other island out there?
I'd have to look. It's been too long. Here's to another cup of coffee.
The little islands. There's like 2 or 3 little islands that are, like Block Island, but even smaller. Fisher's Island. That's it.
There you go. February or March. That's pretty good time of the year to go. Good time of the year to visit Florida.
Yeah. Except for everybody else in the world visiting Florida at that time of year.
And we like it that way. We leave a lot of money here.
You lost a lot of money this year.
Yeah, they kind of
Everybody did.
half the tourist season got screwed.
Oh, the rich people are actually going to have to use some of their money and help support the country for once. The country that made them freaking rich in the first place.
Did you go to Sloppy Joe's, Mr. B?
All right, let's do a little fusionating. We need a sketch. And we're going to do it there. And we got to take some measurements with my freaking calipers that every time I fire them up, they're all wrong. So I don't really trust them anymore. Slow performance. Fusion 360 encounters performance issues. That's a new one. Off, off, off. Simple. Better performance. What's the issue? What's the issue? Why am I having issues? Okay, the issue went away.
St. Pete's a busy place.
41,
Rush hour
40.36.
traffic jam city.
But I close it and it says 10.
Yeah, Key West, Hogshead. Yeah, it's like a whole nother world. Southernmost point. Got a picture by the pylon. Yeah. Key West is like a whole nother world. They operate on a different frequency down there.
I like.
I can remember going down to the Keys in the early 60s. Man, it was a whole different place then. Oh,
So,
the tram tour. Okay, cool. You got the full treatment. That's good.
five, 31.
Key Lime store. Oh, you got the whole thing, didn't you? I remember when I was like 6 years old, my dad and some of his friends chartered a fishing boat out of the Keys. And we got on the boat, we go offshore a few miles, water's about 50, 60 feet deep. And they're fishing, they give me a pole, and the water was so clear, you could see all the way to the bottom. And you lower your bait down there, and you could just about bounce it off the nose of one of the fish. And they get pissed at it and hit it. Reel that one up, get some new bait, go back down, get another one. I'm having a ball catching fish. Then the guys are starting to pack up. What's going on? I thought we had the boat all day. So those are just bait. We're catching 8, 10, 12-inch fish. Those are bait. And we went offshore. Got the big poles out, set the outriggers, and that was a fun day at fishing. But it's a whole different world down there now. Towns that used to have 3 buildings and no stoplight are now condo canyons with a traffic light every 300 feet. Turtle crawls. I don't think I heard of that one. Oh, yeah, I can get good seafood down here. Did you get any stone crab claws, Mr. B? That's my favorite. It's usually very expensive, though. But the stone crabs, they catch them in the traps and bring them up, and they snap one claw off, keep the claw, and throw the rest of the crab back, and he grows a new one. It's like lobster, but really sweet meat. That's all I can say about it. It's good stuff.
What? Stone crab?
Stone crab claws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like snow crab legs. Snow
Oh,
crab.
it's better than snow crab.
See, I think I they're tied, but I kind of like snow crab legs better.
Snow crab's my next favorite. You'd remember them claws if you had them. They got thick skins. They're tough to get into, but it's worth the trip.
Yeah, they are.
Coconut water. Oh, that'll get you running for the bathroom. That's a natural diuretic.
Yeah, I don't know why people drink that crap. Actually, that's kind of rounded, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. But not all that. I don't know. It should be all right.
So who's been to Disney World? Who made the trip to Disney World? Supposedly they got some kind of plan. They're going to reopen in the next week or two here. That cost them a fortune. I was there the first year they opened, 1971 maybe. 6 times to Disney World, Mr. B. All right. Which park was your favorite? I kind of like Epcot Center.
Oh, let's see. Panhead. Doesn't matter. This needs to be 5.5. And this needs to be 2.
When I go to Disney World, I usually stay at a hotel over by Disney Village. And when I want to go to the park, we catch a cab. It's a short cab ride, not bad. It's only like $10-12 or something. They'll drop you right at the gate. And then when you come out, there's a whole bunch of cabs sitting there, $10-12. You go home. You don't have that big trip through the parking lot and all that crap. You liked Epcot Center at first. Then something else grabbed your attention? Then Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that's the order I like. I like Epcot the best, Magic Kingdom next. And I kind of like the Hollywood one, and then Animal Kingdom is my least favorite.
That's an interesting looking mount, right? And that should snap right in there and hold it. If I make it out of TPU, it's somewhat flexible. It's not really holding any weight. This thing don't weigh a freaking quarter of a pound total.
All right.
Gives it some structure.
Oh, they were building Space Mountain. Yeah, first time I went there, when they just opened that year, all they had was the Magic Kingdom, and that they didn't have all of it. But it was still pretty cool.
What do you think? Is my mount awesome?
Awesome mounting. Only one screw? You're not going to put one out the other end?
Why?
Okay.
Doesn't need it. I actually want it to float a little bit if it needs to.
So you liked Hollywood Studios. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the movie ride. When you went, did they have the Aerosmith rock and roll coaster? And the Hollywood Terror Tower?
Let's see, I think I have a light clips.
Stayed at the Wilderness Lodge. Nice. Campground 3 out of 6 times. Cool. Yeah, Disney campgrounds are awesome. Save the family a lot of money that way too.
Why is it doing that? Cancel. Z. I didn't
I've
want.
been there at some of the most packed times you've ever seen. Christmas Eve, 4th of July.
I didn't want. Okay, now I want to change that body name. That's what I did.
Their fireworks shows in Epcot Center over the lake are just tremendous. I remember one night they had the fireworks and laser light show. I left a little early. I was tired. I'm driving home. And I cut through the middle of the state, out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around. And I'm seeing these green lights flashing across the sky. It's the damn laser lights from Disney World. At first you think it's, oh God, am I going to see a UFO or what? Takes about 2.5 to 3 hours.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, Jeff, it's been nice talking to you today, and good
Thank you.
luck with your machine and train layout. Cool. What scale do you work in?
Mirror.
HO, N?
Y-axis. Mirror functional, flip the orientation of the mesh, and I do like flip the orientation. Sweetness. Command Z. Duplicate. Now, mirror.
N scale. Cool.
And the Y. Select all. Move. In the Y. Oh, I got the wrong printer laid out here.
I have a Z scale.
I have to change the printer. Printer. Do I even have? I do have a Maxi set up already. Here we go. I believe that'll work. Oh boy, I gotta get some TPU out. 1.6 is fine. 2 for the first. Speed 50, 40, 45, 45, 10s. Yep. Infill 20 is good. Layer height is.
Damn, that's a good layout for N scale.
Okay. Slice.
That'll keep you out of trouble for a while, but at least you can 3D print a lot of stuff for the layout.
Now I need some TPU. That's not TPU. That's not TPU. None of these are TPU. I'm in the wrong box. That's not TPU. Oh, I might be out of TPU. We're close. I got some red somewhere. I got the hatchbox red. I got some oddballs all over the place. I got the super soft orange. See how these? I got more TPU. I got TPU up the end. Just gotta find it. Where's my roll of red TPU? That's some dark purple. Some orange. That's some more orange. There's a little roll of red.
Good morning. You do it. How you doing today?
Is it out already? It's already out, you dumbass. That's what this is right here, ain't it? It's probably not good because it's all probably hot in here. Yep, that's it right there.
You
That's
do
what I
it.
want. I love this color, this filament. It's like a dark teal greenish blue. It looks too blue on the camera, but it's got a slight green print to it. Awesome filament. Paramount 3D. Love that crap. Love it. Love it with a passion. Really good filament.
Bridges, and more on buildings. Okay. Cool. Hopefully we'll get to see some pictures sometime. What era?
All right.
How are you doing? You doing steam or diesel or?
Let's extrude some.
Mr. B wants you to read off the name of that color from Paramount, that TPU.
That is TBRL 5020-316C.
That's a mouthful.
Well,
that
they're all based on Paramount does all theirs based on the Pantone color.
He's doing N scale. You do it.
I think they call it like teal green or sea green or sea teal or something like that.
You might want to type that one in chat so he can write it down. That might have been a little fast.
I can do even better.
He's going to throw up a link.
I'm just going to show you where I got it from because I got it off of Amazon. Why is that doing that all of a sudden? Never used to have to add that. PLA. Why did I put PLS? PLA. Oh, come on.
Steam and diesel. Cool.
Creepers. Leviathan green blue. TBRL50 whatever. Here's the Amazon link for it.
There you go, Mr. B.
It's a really nice color. You can see it on the screen here. It's more accurate. It's like a greenish blue. It's really nice.
That'd probably look cool with some glitter in it too, in regular PLA.
I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's nice stuff. And the Paramount stuff just prints nice, period. It just does. Let's extrude a little more. I wish I could set this. There is a way. I know there is.
Well, you get that sold out. Red light's here.
What's up, red light?
You get that thing printing. I got to go recycle some copy.
You don't have to turn on the red light.
Find the TH3D thing.
All right. That's TPU coming out. All right.
If I get back into YouTube, it's going to get noisy, but I'll toss up a link for you.
That's not the
Hang
one.
on a minute, Jeff.
Did I not save it? I guess I didn't. I'm guessing I didn't. Let's see if I can actually get V-mounting code.
I'm working on it, Jeff. The link's coming. This computer's slow when StreamYards is running.
Look, see, Mr. Buttram, if you pay for the Pro license, if you actually pay for your software, you can have your cameras. They just rely on all the free crap like, me. And she's printing away.
All right, there's the link.
I haven't leveled this thing or done anything. It's been sitting for a really long time. I hope everything's still like square and straight and level and all that crap. It looks like it's too low. I bet my printer is out of pitch. I'm sitting. What's happening? Yep, it is. Okay, pause.
So how is Red Light doing today? Things going okay?
Oh, I don't have it lift, do I?
I had a crappy night last night, but I'm on my second cup of coffee, so the motor's starting to spin.
Oh yeah, TPU sticks to this plate really well. Forgot about that.
That blue TH3D mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the TPU, sometimes maybe you got to raise your Z just a touch.
I usually just put glue stick on it, and it acts as a releasing agent. It'll come off. You just got to get it started. It's hard to get it started sometimes.
All right.
You know what else I found? If I print over the stuck-on part with the TPU, it'll come up with the next print.
There you go.
It actually works pretty well with, you know, if
A little
it's nothing
tip from your Uncle Llama. Remember Saturday Night Live? Just another tip from your Uncle Lair.
I gotta go this way. And then I need, where is it? This thing. And then I need to bring it down.
Hey, Viking wants to come in. He's in the green room.
Is he now?
Yes.
Viking!
Howdy.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. How you
Oh,
doing?
yeah. Definitely off pitch.
Still kicking.
Yeah, that's good.
Just the tip from your Uncle Llama. Okay, Mr. B. John
Yeah.
Mack will like that one.
Yeah, probably.
So how's the weather in Norway today?
Pretty good. Just barbecued a bit with my parents and enjoyed the sun.
Good. What'd you guys have?
Hot dogs and baked potatoes. And some of the others had hamburgers. So,
You guys get corn on the cob over there?
yeah, we sometimes have that. I'm not a big fan, but it's okay.
Oh,
No?
God. I love corn on the cob.
Yeah.
We do it on the grill. You take the ears of corn with the husk on and everything and soak it in water for a few hours and then toss it right on the grill.
Want to make it even better?
Rolling it every once in a while. Oh, here's another tip from your Uncle Llama.
Soak it in water and sugar. Not a
Oh,
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or milk and sugar along with the water. Like, you do your water like you do normally. Add, like, for like a half a dozen ears, you add about a cup of milk and like 3 tablespoons of sugar and let it sit like for a long time so it actually sucks it up into the ear, like literally overnight. Oh
That sounds
my
good.
God. Try for it.
that sounds good.
And there is a noticeable flavor difference if you let it. You have to let it sit like overnight.
Mike
Yeah.
is here. Good morning, Mike.
Before.
Hey Mike, how you do it? Ryan, Red Light, Jeff, yeah.
So anyway, she's ready again. All I gotta do is heat her up again, and I'll just let her do that. Ah, crap! Freaking pie won't start up with the goddamn pie. What is that? That's really freaking annoying.
Tripped up by a piece of pie.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's really freaking annoying. And it just started doing it, in the last like month. And I don't get why. Now it's running all fine.
Hmm.
The minute I plug this in, it'll be fine. But it won't let me start it with it plugged in.
Oh,
Weird.
Viking. Are things getting back to normal enough in Norway to go apartment hunting or house hunting again?
Yeah, we probably will have a look at an apartment this week, I think. So
Good. Hope
We'll
you find a winner.
yeah, we'll see. Have to sell her apartment too before we move though. So so
Juice is
still a lot of things to do.
Okay,
So-
Mike. I didn't hear from you for a while. I thought maybe you just had come in.
Yeah.
Which shirt do we have on today? The gray or the orange?
It's always orange.
No, he's got a dark gray one.
Yeah.
Looks black on the
Orange sweater.
screen.
It's gotta be dark gray with orange lettering then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up for the rest of your day, Viking?
I'm going to my girlfriend soon. Probably work more on the Sapphire when I get home again.
All right.
Yeah. And I signed a new mount for a hot end I can't really talk about yet.
Okay.
And yeah. and I'm running LED to the hot end as well, so get more lighting.
Much
So-
better prime line.
Nice. What have you
So-
done with it today?
No shirt. He's working from home.
So it's only for the camera, Mike?
Might as well be comfortable when you can.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little chilled. It's kind of sad because it's 70 degrees. My toes are cold.
Oh, yeah? Getting
It's
old.
not right. It's just not right.
Yeah.
Need a little 25-year-old foot warmer under the desk there, Lama.
Yeah. It's 25 degrees Celsius here now, so pretty nice. And sunny.
Good. All right.
So it's hot for Norway.
Your days are starting to get pretty long, aren't they?
But yeah, the sun is starting to come up about 4 to 5 a.m. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not dark until 11.
Wow, that's a long day.
Yeah,
Words from a vacuum.
so yeah.
Have you talked to Josh at all lately? Is he doing okay?
I haven't talked too much with him. Just a few tweets.
No.
He'll probably stream more when he get a new internet connection.
He still didn't get that internet connection hooked up yet.
No, the ditch is digged, and I think that maybe some tubing is run. I don't know, but he's waiting for the cable company.
An error occurred. Wait a minute. Try again. It wouldn't take my words from a vacuum on Twitch. It errored out on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because the line in the beginning, I would assume. I thought it was kind of a
Yeah.
or something.
So what's going on there, Jimmy?
Just printing some stuff and taking it slow. I only got I got 3 hours worth of sleep, and then I got woke up horribly with where my leg tightens up and the muscle like goes into 1,000% power.
Yeah.
And I got to jump out of bed and get my weight on it to get it to
Yeah.
undo.
Yeah.
So then I was up for
That's not fun.
about
Hope
3
you-
hours, and I went back and got another 3-4 hours sleep. So I'm not quite firing on all cylinders today.
No, I hope you sleep better tonight.
Do your parents live far away? Well, you get
No, really close, so walking distance. Same with one of my sisters also live close by.
Oh, that's nice. You got family close by.
Yeah, and my two other sisters live in the same city, so it's not too far.
So everybody's in Sandefjord?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
most of the family is here. We have got some family in the nearby towns as well, but we don't spend too much time with them usually. So,
It looks like such a pretty place in the summertime.
oh yeah, it's awesome here then. The best time of the year to be
Are there
here.
like restaurants and bars and stuff down by the water? You can go and have dinner and sit and
Yeah,
watch the boats go. And
yeah. There's several restaurants and bars close by the
that
sea.
sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. The city is beautiful, and the surrounding area with the fjords and by
The
the sea.
hills and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do they do like a lot of the rest of Europe and everybody's got flowers out all over the place and planters and
yeah, there's some of that. The government is also good at planting and keeping it tidy and pretty.
all that tax money got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That fan might be loud, but it's sure pushing a hell of a lot of air.
Yeah.
Are you much of a tourist area there?
Oh yeah. There in the summer, there's lots of tourists here in Sandefjord and nearby towns. Yeah.
How do they get there? Is there a ferry that comes to town, or?
Yeah, we got one ferry from or two from Sweden, and the Larvik, it's the nearest town, has a ferry from Denmark, and here in Sandefjord we have Torp, which is international airport.
Okay.
So and trains and lots of Germans take campers and drive all through Norway.
Oh,
So
cool.
So yeah.
I didn't realize you had train service through town there.
Oh yeah, we have that. We have almost everything here. So it's not a big town. It's a medium town compared to Norwegian sizes, but it's a tiny town compared to the US. the whole county have we expanded a bit. We used to be about 60,000 citizens in Sandefjord County, but we merged with two other counties, so we have increased probably almost double that, I think, I know.
Yeah.
So
Just the town I'm in is about 300,000.
yeah, that's a very big city in Norway. Oslo is the biggest one, but that's a bit over 1 million, I think.
Even here, we're like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we're under 10,000 in the winter, and we go up to like 90 or 100,000 in the summer. Yeah.
So yeah, we increase a lot. We have a lot.
The county's way bigger.
Amazon, you can talk
Yeah.
Hi, Llama.
in Viking.
Hi,
What's
Mike.
up?
Hi.
I just
How
come
you
out the line and my computer's down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's getting hot in there now.
Yeah, speaking of hot on the way out.
It's like cold here. Well, it's pushing 70 now.
Yeah,
It's warmer outside than it is in here.
it's 77 Fahrenheit outside here,
No,
but
Yeah.
probably
It's
around.
69 here.
they do we want.
It's drier outside. It's 36% humidity outside, and it's 38 inside.
I gotta see
Yeah.
what
Trying to open everything up.
Right.
My toes are never cold.
Hmm.
In the
So
summer.
how much does that train cost you to get anywhere good? Do you ride it often?
I don't ride it too often, but many do. It's about $30 to get it from here to Oslo, I think.
How many miles away or kilometers?
I have to check that. Let's
It's a
see.
long ass way. $30 is a lot of money. I can get from here
Yeah.
to New York City for less than $30.
Yeah, Norway is really expensive.
But the trains are nice.
Yeah, they're okay. They've been upgraded a bit. It's about 122 kilometers from Sandefjord to Oslo.
So it's like 80
Oh,
or
about 120 miles. Oh,
Yeah.
you said 120 kilometers?
Yeah, 122.
Oh, okay. So it's about
it's like
Uh,
1.5
80 miles.
miles per kilometer.
Almost 76
Mile.
miles.
We have absolutely no train service over here at all.
Oh,
I do.
It's
oh.
all on the other
Right
coast.
in my driveway. Drives by every night. They freaking took a freight train through last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God. I forgot how loud those freaking things are.
The whole house was shaking.
Oh God, it shakes the whole house, and they're just loud. And that was a big one too. It was probably 15 minutes going by.
Yeah,
Clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety clackety.
yeah.
And they were using a diesel engine, obviously with the Franks.
Oh.
They would use diesel still. They don't use
Yeah.
electric.
You put a penny on the rails like we used to do when we were kids.
Oh, we used to do that.
Yeah, I
We
did
used
that
to
a few
put
times
steel
when.
cartridges on the rail.
No.
You want to see something funny? Put a CO2 cartridge on the rail and tape it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hits
look-
that thing, and if you put the cap at the end where it hits it first, so as it crushes it, it seals it. Eventually, it just tears it apart, tears the CO2 cartridge apart. It
Yeah.
freaking shoots out with the loudest bang you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Luckily, the train isn't too close by me, so I hear when they blow the whistle or what it's called. But I can't hear it go back and forth, so that's fine.
We were bad children. I was like 10 or 12. Me and my neighbor took his sister's doll, little plastic rubber doll.
Yeah.
She was quite a bit older. She wasn't using them anymore. We filled it with ketchup when we hung it off the train trestle in front of the train.
Yeah.
It really wasn't so funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's really not. The train stopped, hit it. We had it like right at the windshield height, so it splattered on the windshield.
Yeah.
They stopped the train and
I
investigated.
bet that guy was
And really
pissed.
stopped the train.
They
Like,
did that.
holy crap! We figured they just splat it and laugh and keep going. No, they stopped. I have a feeling they actually thought it was a baby.
Yeah. Maybe. Did that come in the newspaper?
Crap like that never got reported back when I was a kid.
Oh no. Now it would be.
There might be a little blip. Some morons did something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Crap like that didn't. It's not like today where every little thing gets. Oh my God! Oh, the world's coming to an end. Oh, these people are terrible.
Yeah. It's too much
I mean,
now.
I'll never forget when I worked at the school for a while. I would play janitor / computer teacher. I was actually a teacher, believe it or not, for a very short time.
Yeah.
And a tall kid, probably your size, was going down the hallway, going between classes, and he'd jump up and he'd tap the exit signs.
Yeah.
As he's walking
That's
down the
good.
hallway. No big deal. He knocked one off the ceiling. He hit
Oh.
a little too hard and it popped off the ceiling.
Yeah.
Shit happened. Just scold the kid. Oh no! It was like a 3-day thing. They had brought everyone into the gym and had a seminar about it. I'm sitting there laughing. We got all done, and the principal's like, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "Don't you remember that we used to flush M80s down the toilet?" The principal was the principal when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Elaine is
Flush
here.
M80s down the toilet so we could get out of tests because the old high school, it's our middle school now, but our old high school had a area in the middle. It was a big square. There was
Yeah.
a big open courtyard in the middle, and that's where the septic system actually is. Underneath there.
Good
So we
morning,
flushed
Brian.
maybe down there, it would blow it, and the whole school would stink like poop, and they'd send us home early.
Nice.
Hello there, 3D
Didn't
printing
study
friend.
for it. You shot an M80 down there,
Yeah.
Brian Vines is here.
pop in the middle of the courtyard, and shut the
Hey,
school
Brian.
down.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt anything. All it did was blow the caps off the tank. Didn't
Did they recruit that kid for the basketball team?
huh?
The guy that got the exit sign, did they recruit him for the basketball team?
He was already in the basketball team, but they made this
Okay.
big deal about it. Oh, he has no respect for the building, and this. It's like, come on, he's just a kid. He's tall. He was we're talking middle school at that time. It was high
Yeah.
school when I was there, but it was middle school when I was working there. I mean, he was probably 6 foot tall in middle school. He was a tall kid, and he's just reaching up, and he'd do a little hop and tap it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like he was being a jerk. He wasn't trying to break it. They made a big freaking commotion about it.
Yeah. It's no big
I was
deal.
like, oh my God. You take the kid into the principal and you go, look, dude, that was a bad idea.
Don't do
Stay
that.
after school. And that was back in the days when you stayed after, we could actually put you to work. Like, you didn't just sit in detention. And, when we got detention when I was a kid, you went out with the janitors and you scrubbed the floors and scraped gum underneath the
Yeah.
desks. And, you did not want detention. Like,
No.
detention for us. was
Cinnamon toast.
Huh?
Nice.
Oh, cinnamon toast. Oh, I haven't done cinnamon toast in years. Cinnamon toast on rye. Rye cinnamon toast. Yum.
Marble rye.
Pumpernickel marble rye. I don't know if I want cinnamon with the pumpernickel though. I actually have some of that downstairs. The marble pumpernickel rye marble bread. I love that crap.
You have a request from Mr. Vines, Llama. He'd like you to DM your mailing address.
Oh, you're gonna finally send me that power thing? Yeah. I was thinking about that today. Actually, I got to get all that paperwork. My brother's like, "Can we get the paperwork off his computer?" I'm like, no.
So how you doing, Brian?
Kalambot.
Messages.
We are printing some attachments for an LED light.
Well, Printer of Doom.
Holy crap! The tornado just fired up.
I'm good. Oh,
Yeah, the part cooling fan.
yeah,
That's even louder than the other fan.
yeah. Usually is. If you think,
It got twitted to you there, Brian.
if you're thinking about EMID, I'm still waiting for parts, Brian. Hopefully, have a first big batch of parts in maybe 2 weeks. We'll see. And I also need to get a bunch of screws and bolts and stuff. So I'm waiting for those as well.
That's even louder. I thought that case fan was loud. I
It
forgot
should
how
be
loud.
easy for you to find metric screws in Norway.
It's actually hard to find the machine bolts, the ones we're usually using for printers. Ordinary screws, no problem. But the machine screws, hard to find.
Huh,
So-
that's strange.
Yeah, so I'm ordering from China. Ordered about screws for about $70 from China.
It is 11:30.
But it'll come out to
I need to go put my last load of laundry out on the line.
yeah.
I will be right back.
Yep. I'll probably come out
How long did I go
to
last time? Was it been an hour? No, it's been
What?
an hour. One way to find out.
when all the taxes and fees are paid, it probably will cost me over $100 for those screws.
Wow.
Yeah, the taxes now after they removed the $35 limit before they put on taxes and fees. Small packages becomes much more expensive.
So it used to have to be 35 or over to get taxed.
Yeah,
Now it doesn't matter.
yeah. No, doesn't matter if it costs $1. There's still at least $25 in fees alone.
Take care, Brian. Have a good day. You got a
Yeah,
video
Brian.
coming out today, don't you?
Have fun at work.
So is the
Oh.
tax rate the same? Is it like a percentage no matter what the value of the package is, or does it level off?
We have VAT. That's 25%, and we also have a customs handling fee, which is around $225.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's insane. You buy a screw, buy a thing for $1, it's still slapped that $25 on top.
Do they have a fee for charging you a fee?
Yeah, more or less, because they have to handle the package and check value and check if they need to, how much they need to tax. It's annoying. So I've used a lot more time to find more stuff from the same source to limit the amount of taxes and fees I have to pay for Ymir.
So when you order big, so there's only one handling fee.
Yeah, I try to order as big as I can, but there's still probably 5 packages I need to receive
Wow.
for Ymir.
Good
So,
morning, Dan.
Hey Dan.
You get your muffler fixed yet? He was driving yesterday and he had a hole in the top of his muffler.
Oh.
and the heat was going up to the floorboard of the car and catching
Yeah.
the carpeting on fire.
Oh, that's not good. So I hope you got that fixed. There's a link in Discord, Dan. But you're probably at work. Oh, new muffler. So, yeah. How much will that cost, Dan?
There is a big mouse in the kitchen.
Got a new pet? New pet in the kitchen?
I'm getting cinnamon toast delivered, and there was a
Oh.
big mouse in the kitchen. Took a bite out of it.
Oh, yeah. The big mouse.
And she's a really cute mouse.
Hello.
So what are you guys in chat up to? Work?
Thank you. I'm in the middle of something. Goodbye. Political contributions.
Oh,
It's election year.
yeah. I'm so glad they can't call and ask for money like that here.
You get the phone scammers like we do over here?
Yeah, mostly there's the Indian guys that comes from Microsoft.
Ah,
Yeah. So that's not fun. But there's not too much of it. And we can also block salesmen by law. We put ourselves in a register, and they're not allowed to call us. So that's
yeah,
nice.
we have a do not call list too. Works about as good as a screen door keeping out water.
Yeah, but they here the businesses can get in really big trouble if they don't follow that. So it usually goes pretty well.
Dan's at home again? Something wrong with the school or something? You're not working?
Still the vertigo.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Hopefully it's better, but it might be. No, and that might not be. Yeah. That sucks. Has it lasted longer than it used to? It usually do now? Oh.
Oh,
Stream-
man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. That sucks.
Is that purple you were talking about the other day, Viking?
Yeah. This is Prue's Galaxy Purple. It looks blue on camera mostly, but it's purple. It looks really
No
nice.
glitter?
Yeah, a little bit of glitter, not
Just
too much. Yeah, and it's partly translucent.
Ah,
Looks really good. One of my favorite colors, and it prints really well.
good.
Yeah. So this is a bracket I designed for the HUD, and I can't talk too much about.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the previous prototype.
Did your mosquitoes get there yet?
The first one got here a couple of months ago. The one I won on Dim's stream, Gear to Tech. The The Magnum is should be on its way, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm also waiting for another package from TH3D, and it's taken over a month because shipping is really slow now. Yeah, it's not the TH3D's fault at all. It's how the world is now.
Not a lot of commercial airlines flying.
No, so many packages go by sea instead, and then it takes at least a month. So
Goes by sea. See if it gets there.
yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it will get here, but it takes time. But it should be pretty close by now. But we'll see. I know other guys in Norway also had to wait about the same. So, and I talked to Tim, and he has explained that to many people, many of the customers, that things take more time now.
Holy crap!
What?
A freaking fan.
Oh yeah, Dan's in the green room, I think.
I really can't hear it.
Yeah, I think the cancellation works pretty well.
I think Dan's in the green room, Lama.
Huh?
I think-
Dan,
Hey, Danny boy.
Hey Dan.
Danny boy.
Yeah, I'm
By the way, you are rude and disgusting.
I know I'm rude and disgusting.
yeah, but he's lovable.
Oh,
Uh,
that's kind of rude and disgusting.
My wife
fuck?
will debate that. I'm only lovable on days
No, that
when I
was
do
from-
something right, which
from
is not
yesterday's.
most days.
We're hockey stream. I called him rude and disgusting about something. I don't even remember what it was about.
I said that he had to take a 10-minute Dan break because I went up
Oh,
there
right.
and got those right there.
What'd you
Yeah.
get?
I picked up. He had my Delta is showing. I picked up. Chris had a Anycubic, the Castle linear with the Castle Plus with the linear rails. That'd be that
Someone I
guy
have
right
there.
there. Yeah.
Good. Figure that out, how it works and everything, because I got one too. You can help
Yeah,
me.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Butcher. Your Delta is showing. You should cover that thing.
I know. Here, hold on. There you go. But no, that one actually. The crazy part is then I got a large portion of this tote sitting next to me. Not all of it. I'll show you guys this, but a large portion of this tote right here.
Yeah.
These are miscellaneous things. You can see a couple duet boards down there.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Those
There's,
are good boards.
Yeah, there's a duet. It's the Duet 2 with Ethernet. So there's a
Nice.
Duet 2 with Ethernet in there. There's the 5-inch display and the smart effector for the Castle.
Oh, nice.
So I just have to order the different arms for the
The carbon
360 mil. Yeah, I got to order those with the magnetic ends on them because the effector uses the ball and magnet instead of the screw and thread.
Yeah.
So I got to order those. That'll be a couple weeks out. I'll order those, but that's going to be about $60, $70 for the kit. So I'll get that and get that put together. And then once I've got that done, at least in the meantime, I can start working on getting the board up, get it updated. I've just been putting whatever pieces. I sat here last night and it took me that thing was in pieces when I got it last night. It took me to get that far, probably took me about 3 hours from the time I got home till the time I went to bed to get just that far. I was sitting here and I'm like, in between, like I would work for a couple minutes or a little bit, and then I'd put the head back and wait and get up and work for a couple minutes and then just kick the head back and wait.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah. I mean, the frame portion of it there, to put the frame on, to get the linear rails on, it was like I got one rail put together and then sit and wait. Put one rail together, sit and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since it came from Chris and it was a bunch of pieces sitting in a box or sitting in this tote, you know, the instructions and all that stuff are gone. So it was like, shit.
I have them here. I have them here.
Yeah, well, I went online last night and I actually found I found the instructions on hidden on Anycubit's website. They don't have it
Yeah.
just like right out there where you can find it anymore. But
Just
I went
Google it.
digging.
So,
I went digging and I found it, and just kind of went through with the packages that I had with the stuff that was there, and
yeah.
got it assembled to a frame. A couple pieces are missing, but they're no big deal. I'm actually gonna probably steal off of behind the Delta is the Sidewinder. The Sidewinder's sitting back there. Well,
Nice.
back there. I'm gonna strip the Sidewinder down. I was thinking about stealing for right now the hot end off of the Delta, since it's a V6 hot end.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about stealing that off of there, because one thing I got to give Chris credit for, he was a really nice guy. He threw in one of these guys for me too.
Ooh, those are
Oh,
good.
man.
The
I got
real
the-
Bondtech or a fake Bondtech?
That's really
That
real.
is, that is real, sir.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I paid a small fortune and got a small fortune, so it wasn't like I was. I think it was a pretty fair trade.
Good.
But I'm gonna take the Sidewinder though, since I ordered the other parts, the other pieces of extrusion that I need for the Core XY, the Hypercube. I was gonna do an Evolution, but I was like, it's 30-30 frame. The 20-20-20-40 extrusion's a little more common these days, and
Yeah.
you can
If you-
usually find.
Yeah.
ahead.
If you use plates on the outside
Mhm.
or sheets on the outside, it becomes stiffer, so you don't really
Yeah.
need that fat
That's all
of
I did on
extrusion.
mine. Mine's 500s cubed, and all I did was use 2040 where you need some structure. 2020 for the
Yeah.
legs is fine.
Well,
Like I said, you just put the angle bracket plates on there, and it'll hold it.
yeah, I would have went 2020 had I not off of Mr. RC CNC. He had a box of miscellaneous extrusion he had, and he's like, it's like, you want it? I said, how much? He goes, $35. I was like, how
Mine.
much? I was like, how much?
Yeah.
I was like, first I did the one thing. I was like, how much is in there? And he's like, well, there's
Let me rephrase my comment. Use whatever the frickin' size you got, real cheap. It'll
Yeah.
work.
Exactly. Well, what ended up happening was in order to I don't want it to be part of it being, because I had there's 6 pieces of 2040 and 4 pieces of 2020. Well, I was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the 2020 and use that to build for the heat bed to sit on. I'll use the 2020 for that. I'm
Mhm.
gonna use the 2040 for the frame itself, and then I went on
Good.
Ziltech the other day and I just bought a couple more pieces of. I bought 2 more at 500 mil, and then I bought 4 at 600 mil. I'm gonna use the 4 600s obviously for the Z.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the 500s for the around, for my basically my X and Y.
Yeah.
And then like I said, I ordered 2 extra pieces of 2020 because I'm not sure what I'm gonna need, and I figured it was like,
It's better to have a
Like-
little more than you need.
yeah, I was like, it's like $7 for the
Yeah.
like $7 or $8 for 2 more sticks of 2020 at 500 mil. I'm like, I'll buy them, I'll throw them in there.
Yeah.
Because then what my thought is with most of the Hypercubes, they've got that one that you can put in either top or bottom, depending on if you want to have the motors, your Z motors push up or
Or
pull
down,
up, pull down, push down, whatever. So I figured I grabbed 2 more pieces, if nothing else. If what I got, I end up cutting it up enough to the point where I'm not going to have enough to do the 500s across. So I said, might as well just
Yeah.
order them. I've got them if I need them, and if not, well, it's not going to hurt sitting there. Plus,
True.
not even thinking about it, once I rip the Sidewinder apart, there's going to be some more 2020 there,
Yeah.
and some 2020 and some 2060 actually, because I think it uses 2060 for the for your gantry, and then for your bed, they both ride on 2060. So
Oh.
I don't know how, I haven't measured them to see how long they are, but
Yeah. Let's see if we can use them.
yeah. So I figured for the price and for a small road trip and for a chance to go stand next to Short Chris,
Yeah.
I'd take the trip, because you don't really realize how short. What did he say he was? 5'9", 5'10", something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
5'8".
Yeah, 5'8". Okay, yeah, he's 5'8". So yeah, you don't realize how short 5'8" is until you're standing next to it. And I mean, like there's people in my house that are 5'8", but I don't put 2 and 2 together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm only 5'9".
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", so when I stand next to Chris, it's like it's my little buddy.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", so
He's a little hobbity
know what you
troll.
mean.
What, Llama?
He's a little hobbity troll guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he lives in the basement.
Gimli.
He doesn't live in the basement, but he hides in the basement. You know.
He's like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
He's a dwarf, not a troll.
Yeah.
I live in a basement.
A little Vlad there from freaking Nova.
Oh,
I
Jesus
didn't think he's a troll.
God. Vlad, the minute Chris started posting those pictures, Vlad got all revved up again. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, seriously? Just admit that your product isn't the greatest thing since sliced bread and move on. Don't sit here and keep beating a dead horse and quit bitching about how he's sabotaging your product.
Claiming it too long now.
Yeah,
Back
it's like,
that.
yeah, Chris ain't out to sabotage your product as much as you want to believe. He doesn't gain anything by shit talking your product. It's not like he's selling a hot end. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
like
Chris does like freaking knocking people off their high horse, though. I mean,
well,
he enjoys doing it.
well, yeah, that's
That looks like it's for the castle.
It
yeah.
is.
That's
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
castle
say.
corner.
Yeah, those
Down
are
bottom.
recommended. What?
Nice.
That's a down bottom corner.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
These are apparently recommended, so tip for you. You
Yeah, I
both.
find the frame a little weak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
I
are-
have noticed that. Like
Can
I
you
have
talk
noticed.
me a link for that, Viking?
Yeah, I can find them.
Yeah.
I don't have YouTube open. Can you send it in an email?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for up top also?
What?
Do you have something for up top on the console?
There's just nothing better than a good flex plate cracking pot.
Or do you have just
I
the
know.
bottom piece?
I have the
honestly,
I have the stock bed on mine. I haven't done too much to it yet.
Okay.
yeah, I've got on this one. It's got the stock hot or heat plate and all that good jazz. I mean, there's nothing too crazy done on either one of those. He did have the Chimera on the Sidewinder, but he took the Chimera off and put that on one of the Bears he did. If you guys remember, he just did that Bear Mara a couple build back or two.
He's got too many prayers.
Yeah. Well, he did the Bear Mara and he took the Chimera off of that one and put it on the Bear. So he's like, it doesn't have a hot end on it. He goes, but it's got all the brackets printed and everything ready to go. If you get yourself a Chimera, I'm like,
Nice.
yeah. I said someday I might acquire one of those. I said, but I think this one might be getting ripped apart to make a Hypercube because it's got all the motors. It's got lead screws that'll go up to 400. Hey, Red. But the lead screws are meant to do a 400 build, which works great for me because I was thinking about doing a 300 by 300 by 400 or a 350 by 350 by 400. And the bed on that thing is 310 by 310. So, if I do 350 by 350, it won't hurt nothing to go that little extra over. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I think you're right there, Mr. B. It's like asking a used car salesman if his car is any good.
yeah, there's really nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with what Chris does. It's just sometimes he's very abrasive.
He's very to the point. He doesn't.
Exactly. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't hand you the bottle of super lube before he goes right in. He just goes right in.
I'll send you the email, Jimmy.
Thank you.
But
Welcome.
yeah, again, though, if you're going to advertise a product, be prepared to have somebody debunk it. You know what I mean? If you're going to advertise it, always under hype and overperform. Don't always overhype and underperform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't sit there and say that it's the most polished. It's got the best thermals. It'll run 300 millimeters a second. Say, we've got really good thermals. We're one of the best ones. Say we're one of the best ones on the market. Don't say we're the best one on the market. Don't say that I'll run 300 millimeters a second. Say I can run 100 millimeters a second or more. You know what I mean? Just advertise it in a way that doesn't
We found, at least in my business, I under advertise.
and
Or
that's kind
you're
of
getting more than what they expect.
exactly. Always
That's better.
give more. Always give them more than you advertise. That way, they're not. You surprise them in a good way, not in a bad way. They're not spending, $100 on a hot and they believe it's going to print 300 millimeters a second, and then come to find out that due to volumetric flow and the inability of the system, that they're only going to perform at 100, 150 maybe at best. But you got those guys who just they
need smiley faces.
yeah, you got to put googly eyes on it. It'll go faster.
No, all my
Googly eyes.
little mouthy smiley faces, emojis on them.
Hey, red light.
Yeah, red light's the man.
People laugh when they see them and giggle. And
Yeah, they see your hot end sitting there with little eyes going like this on it.
no, little emojis. They don't have emojis
Oh, yeah.
on them.
Yeah, put little emojis on them. There you go. Yeah.
I don't even know what I did with the bag after all the moving crap around.
I got to go to the post office at some point here today. I got to send Devin's filament to her, and then I got to send these down to my daughter's. The guy who does my daughter's braces. I got to send these down to him today.
Bring a chair. You'll probably be waiting a while.
No, in this tiny little town, our post office isn't too terrible. One second, guys.
I have my little beach post office right at the end of my driveway.
Yeah.
The post office here is so slow. Evolution passed them, and the breeze knocked them over.
Florida has the worst post office. I have a friend that lives in the Keys, and I cannot ship to her because they always tell me her address doesn't exist.
Oh, she exists
I
somewhere.
put it into Google and it pops right up. USP or UPS will deliver, FedEx will deliver right to her house, but
Yeah.
USPS won't. They tell us that the address doesn't exist.
Thank you, Viking, by the way.
I've shipped a couple down there. They just make the box disappear and go, oh, it got lost.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to go to the post office soon too.
Yeah.
Here, the post office is great. I swear, it's all the attitude of the delivery.
And Nama's gone.
Nice.
Froze.
Huh? You're there.
Yeah, it looks frozen.
Yeah, Lama. I'm back again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Stud Ray though.
What kind of fooey on me for a minute?
That was the alien. Hit him with the stun ray.
It is a good thing I ordered.
Hackery. I gotta go make lunch in a bit.
Yeah.
Well.
I ordered from Ziltech. I ordered a bunch of M5 by 8 and M5 by 10s, and some T-nuts, hammer nuts, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Yeah.
I ordered a bunch of those so that when I start the Hypercube, I'll have some hardware.
Yeah. You'll need
And,
quite a few.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. I'm like, because I do have plates somewhere in one of these boxes down here. But yeah, Chris already did a lot of the hard work for me there when it came to getting that console ready, because there's the screen already mounted in the case with the little bracket ready to go. All I got to do is just stick it right in the frame. Yeah, I gotta order. Like I said, I gotta order a couple more parts to get the printer going for the missus, because that's the one she likes, and thankfully the duets come with the silent steppers, so at least I can screen
2660s.
Huh?
2660s.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't remember what the Duet 2 had on it for drivers, but
wait till you plug anything into it. You realize the Duet needs all different plugs than the normal JSTs.
Oh, I know. Trust me. There's tons of parts in this here.
Oh, he gave you all the parts and everything too?
Yeah, he gave me everything for the Duet.
Did you get the little magnetic lowering thing?
It doesn't have the magnetic part. He said he had lost that. That's why he was getting ready to do. I guess he said he got it off a guy who was going to do the Duet conversion, and he just never did. So that's why I had the effector, and that's why some parts are missing. Because, like, for instance, like I said, I got to order the rails because they're not in here. But
I think you can buy them things.
Yeah, you can buy the. I got to buy the rails, and I got to buy I got to buy the rods and the balls. That's all I know them as is the balls, little metal
magnetic
mag balls.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to buy those. The whole kit's like $70 or $80 for the whole kit. But
Not
here's
too
something
bad.
kind of interesting. This came off of the because he had stripped down most of that sidewinder so that he could put the Humera on it. Here's the LED board, the LED circuit
Oh, yeah.
board, and it's as far as I know, it is a what is it? It's a RGB, so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. It's all by itself on one little board, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna plug this thing in and see just how bright it is, and then yeah, I knew that was coming. But I'm gonna plug it in and see just how bright it gets, because I might have a fabricate a case to hold it for whatever I put it on. Like if I put it on the
Twitch guy.
huh? Oh look,
Twitch.
yeah.
You watch StreamYard's chat, and there's one. I like the stream. Keep up the good work. Post.
Yep.
You got to look at
that.
Pluto's.
Not the.
Yeah, Pluto's is popping up there. We see him. Yeah.
I always look
Pluto's.
at Twitch too, just to have the hours up.
Oh yeah.
Probably going to
Yeah.
convert over to Twitch eventually because YouTube's getting to be obnoxious.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's
Twitch. Mr. Buttram really hates Twitch.
yeah. Well, Mr. Buttram doesn't like change.
Mr.
I
Buttram.
only twitch when I grab live electricity. The only time I twitch.
Yeah. Now you're twitching right now. You just don't know it because Llama's got us on Twitch too.
Twitch is all right. The interface is kind of funky. It's definitely gamer centric, but
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll probably continue to stream on both YouTube and Twitch.
I just dual do it. And if someone watches on Twitch, they watch it. You get the hours up. It's one of the requirements to monetize is just having so many hours of broadcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping Instagram will. Yeah. I hope Instagram will open the API so you can stream directly to that as well. I got 5,000, almost 200
Yeah. That'd be nice.
followers there. So
Yeah, it'd be nice if they would.
Mr. B's in love with Twitch.
yeah,
Who is?
Mr.
Mr.
B.
B is in love with Twitch.
Yeah,
He says Twitch is for wieners.
yeah.
I am the wiener. Ha.
No, you're just a whiner, Mr. Buttram.
Yeah.
In all reality, Buttram's anything but a whiner.
The hell's my daughter got
His
set
tone
up
of
here?
voice can go up high enough to be a whiner. He's just like, whatever. He's kind of got that Eeyore tone of voice. Whatever.
Oh, boy. Guess
Yeah.
I'll go down to the river and throw in my pole. Won't catch anything,
Man
but
is loud.
You're allowed.
5-volt output on that thing.
Yeah, but
I'm
okay.
starting to. I don't know if you guys been seeing like this stuff now. They're doing that stupid shit again where they're standing and blocking roadways as part of their protests.
Yeah.
They're blocking highways.
Yeah,
And my buddy just posted this thing. It's a picture of a Jeep with a bunch of bodies flying around, like all kind of scary. It's a cartoon, and it says "All lives splatter. Keep your ass off the road."
Yeah.
I kind of think that needs to be a nice bumper sticker to just start putting on the front of a car. So as you're driving up on the crowd, they understand that you mean business. And
I remember a bumper sticker from when I was a teenager.
I love this one. There's one on Facebook that's been going around a lot lately, and it shows a bunch of people in the back of a truck, hillbillies and hicks and whatever. I used to do it too back when. I'm sure Jimmy did too. You rode around in the back of a pickup truck and y'all just sat in the back. But it shows them all sitting on the tailgate, and there's one guy reaching behind them, grabbing on to the handle.
yeah,
So the minute he hits a bump, that tailgate's gonna pop open and all the people are gonna fall out. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I was a teenager, there was this absolutely gorgeous blonde in town that had a 67 Corvette.
Yeah.
On the back, it had a bumper sticker, big letters on the top. It says, "Want to get laid?" And down below in smaller letters, it says, "Crawl up a chicken's ass and wait."
Girl, chicken's ass.
Nice.
We used to have a 68 or a 69 Corvette in town that was a drag car. I used to drag with him. It was bright orange. I mean, super like fluorescent bright orange, and he called it the Great Pumpkin. And he had like Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin painted on the hood. God, that car was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a nice car. He smoked me every time we got side by side, although he had like a freaking 500 big block, and I'm running a little 283. My car was much heavier than his, but oh, what a nice car. He had the flip pipe so you could run it on the street, or you pull the lever, and the pipes would come out, the side pipes,
Yeah.
which are illegal, but
Yeah, Mr. B, if they cut the airlines, then them things won't be able to go anywhere. They'll never build up air pressure.
Yeah.
why would you want to do that?
Because people have become self-destructive. They think that the way to solve the problem in the world is to just destroy everything rather than to actually.
I mean, I did punk stuff when I was a kid because I was a punk, but even that, when you did it, we always did the prank and made sure it wasn't, one, going to hurt anyone, and two, it was easily reversible.
Yeah.
You've been on the Berlin Turnpike, haven't you, Llama?
Huh?
You've been on the Berlin Turnpike, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. That's where the original Bob's was.
I was going down the Berlin Turnpike one day, and the tractor trailer lost his rear axle. The whole axle came off.
Oh.
4 tires in the axle. Man, did that thing go all over the place. Hit the guardrail, bouncing end to end, went on the other side of the road. What a mess. I don't know how many cars he got.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
never good. When I
You
was
ever
a
been driving alongside a semi-truck and one of them retreads freaking pops off?
Oh, yeah.
You scare the crap out of your life ending moment right there.
Especially if you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Oh.
That's why they're actually not allowed to run those in Connecticut anymore. No more retreads in Connecticut. You can get fined big bucks for running a retread in Connecticut. Big bucks. Like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. There's no
They caught
not
accidents.
legal.
I mean, one of them come off next to a car, slaps a car. Really, they damage the car, but the people freak out and cause an accident.
Yeah. They aren't illegal here either.
Yeah, retreads are totally. I know they still use them out west, I believe, but around here, nope.
What's the most popular big rig in Norway, Viking? Is it like MAN or Volvo or?
Volvo and Scania probably. Mercedes also have a lot of rigs there.
Mercedes or Volvo's the two big ones. for that.
And Scania. Scania is big.
Who?
Scania. SCANIA.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
look, that's actually Suzuki or Datsun or something, aren't they? That's actually their.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it's a Scandinavian brand.
Oh.
Swedish, I think. I'm not sure, but
They don't have a whole lot of Peterbilts and whites over there, that's for sure.
No, not many. I've heard of Peterbilts, but I haven't seen too
So,
many.
like one of the originals.
Yeah,
That and Cat Diesel. I mean, Cat Diesel started out building big rigs, didn't they? It was like their original
maybe.
thing before they started building, excavation equipment.
yeah.
International used to be real big back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah,
And even earlier.
As big as White and Peterbilt.
White, I haven't seen White.
Is your Peterbilt properly polished? I don't know. is yours? Do we have to ask John Mack if yours is properly polished? We'll come polish it for you. Poor John.
Yeah.
I hope I measured that right. I got to get some new calipers or something. Either that or the battery's just dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try a new battery.
Yeah.
I need new
Put
batteries.
new batteries in it, but they're old new batteries, like literally like years old. I bought one of those on Amazon, pack of like 100.
Yeah.
Burning through it. Well, it was like $6 for 100, or it was like $12 for 10. It's like, duh. Even if I throw half of them out, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're getting kind of tired.
They don't last forever.
These things right here.
Yeah, I need one.
Yeah.
Is that
Big-
1.55 volts?
Wait. Here you go, Mr.
Oh.
That's- yeah, I
He'll
guess
hand
the,
it to you by way of Jimmy's house.
the most common watch battery size, I guess, or whatever the hell they call them, button batteries or whatever they call
Yeah.
them.
I tried to find them.
Dan, you're
What?
breaking up really bad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Totally.
Internet.
No, you're not. You're not
Probably
sorry.
my internet.
You're not sorry in the slightest.
Yeah. I've
No.
tried to find those batteries in the grocery store here, but they only had 3 volts, not 1.55 that my use.
I don't know how big this is. Why? What do you need them that size for? You should be able to get them. That's a standard button battery.
Yeah, but they didn't have
These
them
are
in
3
the
volt.
not in mine.
This is a 3 volt.
Yeah. The ones in my caliper is 1.55. I can get it from where I bought it probably, but they didn't have it in the grocery store.
It's got all the information in Japanese or Chinese or something on it. Just says CR2032. And then a lithium battery and then a whole bunch of Chinese crap.
That's the most popular size of 2032s.
Yeah, it's a general button battery.
Yeah.
See how many voltages left in it, just for giggles. Actually, I just switched that battery like a week ago. One of these days, I'm actually going to learn how to use this thing. I have no idea. This all makes no sense to me. .4 volts. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a 3 volt. It should still be good at 2.4 volts, right?
Probably a bit low. The screen would probably be weaker.
Might last you 1 or 2 times.
Ah! I llamaed it. How much does this one have? Watch this. This will have even less.
Anybody need a V6?
Yeah, but I think by the time it gets here, it might cost us more than it's worth.
3 volts. Right on the
Yep.
butt. So this thing's got plenty of juice. So it's not
It
the
cost me. It's gonna cost me probably $50 just to ship that thing here.
I think I could ship it for 20, 25 probably.
Yeah,
I think I
I'm sure
paid
you're gonna
about.
ding-
I think I paid 30 or 35, maybe 40 when shipping the parts to Ryan. So
They gotta quit. They gotta quit screwing you over on shipping, man. That's just insane.
yeah, but almost everything is expensive in Norway.
Oh
Yeah, but except for healthcare.
Yeah,
See,
healthcare is.
I'll
pretty
take the expensive and have the free healthcare. Thank you very much.
good. Yeah, I would too.
Anybody? 99% of the people in areas that have free healthcare, in countries that have free healthcare, bitch about the taxes. But then you say that, and they're all like, "Yeah, I'll take the free healthcare. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll pay extra money." Only in the United States they'd be like, "Oh, you win."
They also bitch about waiting 3 years for the thing that we could get in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No.
if you can't afford it, you can't get it in 2 weeks. Which is why we have less of a wait because nobody can afford it.
Hospitals can't turn you down. You go in the emergency room,
Actually,
they
they
have to
can.
pay, whether they got money or not.
Yeah.
Hospitals can turn you down for elective surgeries, and that's the only
Elective,
thing they
yes.
wait for. They wait for elective surgeries. They do not wait for emergency surgeries. The only thing like Canadians, Norwegian, and English people wait for are elective surgeries.
Yeah.
That's what people don't get.
Yeah, well,
Anything that's an emergency, they get instantly. They pay their $50 or whatever, and that's that.
Yeah.
Wait
When
long enough, your elective surgery turns into an emergency.
yeah.
Well,
when my dad
that happens.
had a heart attack, he didn't have to pay anything. So
How long ago was that?
that's about 3.5, 4 years ago, I think.
Did he get a bypass or stents?
Stents.
Okay.
I think I had 4 or 5 of those.
Whoa.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was bad. He feels better now, but he's still not in
I
the
wonder if
shape of
that's
his
all
life.
it is. That freaking gasket's pinching.
Yeah.
Let's try it without the gasket.
Yeah, heart surgeries tend to be the ones that are worse when it comes to getting back up.
Yeah. And he
Thicker,
also
man.
has is it called Coles in English too? After smoking, you can get emphysema or Coles.
Okay.
Yeah.
we
so-
do COPD. Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Chronic,
he's
was it chronic obstructive pulm? I don't remember.
no. Yeah, he's got that too. So he's in.
Chronic
You know-
obstructive pulmonary disorder.
Yeah. I'm working on COPD. I've got asthma right now, and
Yeah.
it doesn't help that I smoked from the time I was like 13 until the time I was 20, 28. I was like
Yeah.
28 when I quit, and it didn't help that as a kid growing up, my old man smoked, and he smoked like 2 packs of Cools a day. And as a little kid, you're always like trapped in the car and all that good jazz. So just in
Same here.
general,
Sickening and smoke.
yeah, I did though. I smoked from 13 until I was like 28, and then the doctor said, if you don't quit smoking now, by the time you're 40, I'll be fitting you for an oxygen mask. And I turned 41 in January, and I've been puffing on inhalers and everything else for the last probably 6 or 8 years.
Yeah, I started smoking when I was 15, and I quit. The last time I quit was 2.5 years ago.
I quit smoking when I was 16.
Yeah,
I started when I was 8.
yeah.
No lie.
Can you buy health insurance in the U.S., Mike, or you got to pay everything out of pocket?
Yeah, too many gummy bears. Yeah.
I think it's just this damn door on this thing's like loose now, worn out.
Well, time to print a new one.
That's too. The way it snaps in and everything, it's just too. The battery, it won't stay clipped in anymore.
Sounds like a job for llama tape.
What?
Sounds like a job for a new one.
It's the living room.
They're only like $15. This is actually one of the highest rated non-whatever that like $200 one is.
Editorial.
Dad's got to find some glue or something. Just go on.
I really want a mechanical one. That's what I really want.
You're done.
Yeah, thanks. My daughter busted
Oh,
the
but-
arm off her glasses. It never
Yeah.
fails. She gets her glasses, she breaks them, and it got to the point where the insurance isn't buying them anymore. So it's thankfully we got her a cheaper frame, but the problem is the cheaper frame still by the time they go and put a new frame, like because they'll just take the arms off since it breaks right there where the screw goes into the arm.
Yeah, typical.
And take the screws out, they'll just replace this part, but still this part costs like $70 a pop every time she breaks the damn thing, and she doesn't seem to care.
Yeah.
It's like, kid, be gentle with these. We bought her the indestructibles is what they call them. We
Yeah.
bought her 2 pairs of those. Like the insurance covered a portion, and I paid way more out of pocket for the difference. And so I bought her 2 pairs of the indestructibles, and the 1 pair the dog ate. So that sucked because those aren't covered under warranty if it's, I guess you would consider that a neglect. So that wasn't covered under any kind of a repair warranty. And then the other ones, she had them for about 2 months, and she already broke them. And we sent them back in. They repaired them, and then they sent them back. And then she had them again for about another 6 months, and she broke them again. Warranty wouldn't cover it the second time, and then finally the third time she just destroyed them. So we got her new ones.
Yeah.
They make these now with a USB port, so you can plug them right into your computer.
Nice.
Yeah.
You read it out, and it'll pop up on your computer.
That's
Nice.
cool. Excuse
I don't
me
know
a minute, guys. I gotta go recycle some coffee. I'll be back.
Yeah, I
Right.
should probably kill it because it's already 12:15, and I got to feed Mom some lunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting ready to
Yeah.
jump off here,
Say
fellas.
my goodbyes.
I'm gonna rest up
Yeah,
the head
Jimmy.
for a few and
It's dropped like 5 degrees in the last half an hour.
probably start tearing apart my sidewinder. So,
Yeah, I need to take a shower and I'm going soon. So
all right. Well, guys, it was good hanging out for the.
It's been almost 4 hours I've been down here, so.
yeah,
Nice chatting with everybody. Hope everybody has a great day.
same to you.
Later, Jimmy.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
Later, Tom.
Bye, everyone.
Later, Tom.